The following is a presentation of Tonganoxie Sports Live. It's time for the Chieftains. On your new home for Tonganoxie High School athletics, Tonganoxie Sports Live. Tonganoxie Sports Live is presented by Kansas Insurance, locally owned and operated. Learn more at kansasins.com. Also by It's time for the Chieftains, right here on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Worth it.
Good evening and welcome to Piper High School in Kansas City, Kansas, as the Chieftains start the first week of the playoffs on the road as they battle against former Frontier League foes, the Pirates, on a special playoff edition of Tonganoxie Sports Live. Glad that you all could join us tonight, and welcome in Dylan Funk alongside Dennis Drennan. And 8 weeks have come and gone, partner, and all roads have led here to the number 9 versus number 8 matchup, Tonganoxie against Piper.
Yeah, and again, let's talk about the weather here, partner. Kickoff is going to be at 62 degrees, and, of course, it will fall as we go on into the evening. But, my goodness, what a beautiful night for football. Literally no wind to speak of. Fast track, so we ought to have a good conditions for the game tonight.
And this has kind of been a common theme if you've been watching along with us. We say it at least once every pregame show or maybe throughout the game. We have been so fortunate with the weather. But really, on October 28th, and it's
61 degrees at kickoff.
Beautiful. I mean, just absolutely beautiful. No wind at all whatsoever. It's a beautiful night, not only for some football, but for some playoff football. It's win or go home now tonight.
Exactly.
And from here on out, great action. Should be a good game tonight. Two teams very familiar with each other. But first, before we kind of break down this game tonight, let's look back at last week's game against Ottawa. A big game when the Chieftains really needed it at home. Senior night, you come off back-to-back road games. You get just absolutely beat on, outscored 94-7 in those two games. So you come in, you take your frustrations out on the Cyclones. 55-13 victorious on senior night. Everything was just clicking for this Tongi offense, and it started with Talon Langford having his best performance of the year, 12 of 21, 314 yards. 4 total touchdowns on the night, 6 total touchdowns, 4 through the air, and he had 6 carries for 123 yards and 2 touchdowns with his legs.
Yeah,
and I think
by far his best performance of the season, and I think that bodes well going into the playoffs. His confidence is probably as high as it's been all year.
Absolutely, and we were talking about the ups and downs, the growing pains that this sophomore's had. Remember, he had to fill in right away from week 2 after Trevor McGraw went down with the collarbone injury on the first drive of the year, let alone the first game, the very first drive. So kind of thrown into the mix. He's learned as he's gone along, but I think it was important for the confidence of himself, his coaches. And his teammates are paying attention to that too, because they're saying you just had your best game of the year without a doubt a week before the playoffs, and they're going to need something almost exactly like that tonight to pull off this victory against Piper.
Yeah, no question about it. They're up against a really stout offensive and defensive front with these Piper Pirates. They've got at least one D1 recruit, and I think this is the last Beebe brother,
Camden Beebe, the youngest of the three.
Yeah, he's going to be going to K-State, and he plays both ways, obviously, and they're going to have to keep an eye on him, because he can wreak havoc in your backfield.
Yeah, Piper has a very talented squad on the other side. But real quick, we've been talking about how great of a night Langford had against Ottawa. We cannot fail to mention Isaiah Holthouse probably having his best performance of the year as well. 201 receiving yards and 6 receptions for 3 touchdowns. One of them 63 yards to the house.
Yeah, and that was a really spectacular catch, as you know. I mean, it was bobbled, and he bobbled it up in the air and then caught it and took it to the house. So, yeah, it was a pretty nice catch.
So they come in tonight facing a Piper team 5-3 on the year, finishing 3rd place in the United Kansas Conference behind DeSoto and Basin Linwood, led by a strong and deep senior class, next-level talent, like we talked about, BB being one of them. Logan Laddish, their quarterback, he's getting looks, potentially could go D1 is what the athletic director here told me. So talent all over the field, and they are anchored by a strong senior class. We said how many? 15, correct?
16 seniors, and I believe Tongi has 5.
So you can do the math there.
Right, yeah, they're a seasoned team. I think next year looks really bright for the Chieftains if they can stay away from the injury bug.
And if everybody knows anything about Piper, because believe it or not, it wasn't so long ago. It was just last year. Both teams were in the Frontier League together, and before that, the Call Valley League. So these teams have been used to playing each other in the regular season. I can't quite recall the last time these two met in the playoffs, but if there's something that you're always going to remember about a Piper football team, they're big, fast, strong, and physical.
Exactly. And, Tongi's going to have to match their intensity, or it could be a long night.
Could be a long night as Piper comes out onto the field, greeted by the home fans tonight. Again, on another beautiful night for some Friday Night Lights. Week 9 is getting started tonight. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to go around the bracket. We'll take a look at all the matchups on the east side of the 4A bracket. We'll give some keys to the game, and we will get this game started right on the other side of the break here on Tonganoxie Sports Live, your home for Chieftain football.
For a winning team, contact White Birch Properties, the real estate MVPs.
Shop local and save at Brothers Market in Tonganoxie, where we treat you like family. Brothers Market has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy fresh cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Brothers Market, open daily. Learn more at shopbrothersmarket.com.
Unbelievable amount of devastation. I've never seen anything like it.
We had a beautiful barn that was gone in 20 minutes.
Farm Bureau stepped up right away and said, hey, we got you and we'll be there for you.
We were taken care of. Now we could get on to repairing and rebuilding.
I tell everybody about Farm Bureau.
We're fortunate to say we have good coverage with good people doing it.
Contact Farm Bureau agents Tex Vandervoort and Jerry Sanders in Tonganoxie today.
With the First State Bank and Trust mobile app, you can bank from anywhere. Check your balance while you're waiting in line here, or transfer funds while you're here. Forget to pay that bill? Pay it from here. Don't cut your visit short to go to the bank. Make your deposit from here. And remember, you're always welcome to bank right here. Did you know First State Bank and Trust has donated over $112,000 to Tonganoxie schools? Every time you swipe your Tonganoxie Chieftain debit card, we donate. For more information, visit us at firststateks.com. Member FDIC.
We're back live here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. Now the Chieftains being introduced and taking the field as they storm the visiting sideline and the visiting faithful that made the trip out here to Kansas City, Kansas to support the Tonganoxie Chieftains. And, of course, if you couldn't make it out tonight, well, hopefully you're watching us right now because we are here bringing you all the coverage. Real quick, let's take a look around the 4A East bracket. Let's look at all the other matchups going on. And we start up at the very, very top, the number 1 seed, Chanute, out of the East region. I believe they're the number 2 overall seed, while Migo being the 1 seed out of the West. But Chanute has home field advantage all throughout the playoffs except for the state championship. If they were to make it, they host number 16 seed Kansas City Schlegel. Number 4, Eudora at home against number 13 Labette County. Number 5, Bishop Miege hosting Tonganoxie's opponents from last week, the Ottawa Cyclones, coming in at the 12 seed. Number 2, the Atchison Phoenix, having a great season so far, looking to extend it and make a good playoff run, and they start by hosting number 15 seed Fort Scott. Basler Linwood, the number 7 seed after losing last week's matchup to DeSoto, as they take on the number 10 seed St. James Academy. St. James last week, partner, losing a game that not a lot of people expected them to lose, like we talked about.
Right.
You know, it looked like it was going to be Tongi versus Basler in the playoffs. The storyline was writing itself, but again, just one of those unexpected losses kind of mixed things up just a little bit, so that's how things fall there. Number 3, Lewisburg against number 14, Bonner Springs, and then newcomers of the 4A, St. Thomas Aquinas, the 6th seed, taking on number 11 seed, the Paola Panthers out of the Frontier League. And we are getting ready to roll here, about 2 minutes left to go. And, partner, obviously this game could go one of two ways. It's either you win it or you lose it. You don't end a tie in football, especially in the playoffs. A winner must be decided. So let's just talk about, maybe instead of keys to the game, let's just look at it. What does a Tonganoxie win look like tonight? Because even though this is a number 8 versus number 9 matchup, you got to understand Tongi is coming in as underdogs into this matchup tonight, and probably at least a touchdown or maybe even a 10-point underdog. So what does a win for the Chieftains look like tonight?
Well, it's got to be a lot like last week's performance for the offense. They've got to take care of the ball. They got to be balanced. They got to be able to throw and run the ball. And then I think we need a couple takeaways. The defense can get a couple of takeaways, or special teams. That can mean a lot going forward. So that's what it looks like to me, partner. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, I think tonight the offense has to have a similar outing of what they had last week. Again, facing the defense maybe a little bit less than what they're going to be seeing tonight, but still, Talon Langford has the ability. We know what Colton Brusman can do. We know what Isaiah Holthouse can do. I think you need another name to step up, whether if it's a Brendan Briley or if it's a Todd Brown, somebody like that. If they can step up and make a play for this offense, that would be huge. And I think the defense if they can get a turnover when Piper is in their own territory, you could get the offense back out, short field, try to capitalize on it. We'll see. Expected to be very, very competitive tonight, and we are going to see this Chieftain offense out first as Piper will kick it away. Teeing it up is Caleb Kurgan, number 38. He sends it away, and welcome to Week 9 across the state of Kansas. First week of the playoffs, and a return is out pretty decent, just past the 25, and that is where this Chieftain offense will take over. They are led by Talon Langford, their sophomore quarterback. 911 yards on the year, 6 touchdowns, 2 of those rushing, and 8 interceptions. He also has 2 defensive interceptions on the other side of the ball as well. We all know about what Colton Brusman can do. 1,194 total rushing yards on the year, averaging about 5.5 yards a carry and 11 total touchdowns. His longest on the year being 77.
I think it's important for the Chieftains to get a start. I mean, they really can't stand a 3-and-out here. They really need to try and put something together, gain some confidence.
I think just picking up a fresh set of downs here, that would be huge. If you go 3-and-out, that kind of takes out the wind in your sails, and we start with a fake handoff, and up the middle to Colton Brusman it goes after faking the handoff on the jet sweep. Picked up a yard, maybe 2.
Yeah, a couple yards.
Maybe even 3. A little more.
2.5, 3 yards.
Colton Brusman came about 3 on that play. Piper Toxinson.
So 2nd and 7 now coming up. And we have early movement, of course, both sides of the line pointing at at the other.
Both sides telling on one another.
Big number 76, Samuel Jarvis, that came across for Piper.
Offsides.
And it will be on him, so a free 5 yards for the Chieftains.
Piper, 45, moves the ball up to just across the 35-yard line, where it'll be 2nd and 2.
Now 2nd and 2 coming up for the Chieftains after the offsides. Play action, Langford rolling out to his left field, the pressure, throws incomplete, got his man.
He got a first down. That's
fresh
a big first
set of downs. And I believe that was Isaiah Holthouse, and it was his first reception of the night. 543 yards on the year. Talked about getting 200 plus last time we saw him last Friday.
And I like that call, partner, because it was an easy pitch and throw, pitch and catch. Get confidence for Langford here.
Right side, Bruisman tries to cut it back.
Oh,
makes
nice
a couple
cut,
men miss.
nice cut.
Breaks through, had an opening, taking some Pirates with him. Another great gain on the ground. Call it about 7, or maybe even 8.
Maybe he had a big paw on him, but he got through it. Got through that arm tackle. That's a big arm to get through.
We have an official's timeout here. Yeah, you talk about the size down in the trenches on that Piper defensive line. I mean, you just look at the big tackles. You got Jarvis. Yeah, Samuel Jarvis and Camden Beebe, both of them coming in 300-plus pounds. A big challenge coming in for that interior offensive line for Tonganoxie.
Yeah. So far, so good. They've been able to open up some running lanes for Bruisman.
And I just heard somebody say it here in the Piper crowd that we're set up behind, stay low. And that's exactly what this Chieftain offense and defensive line is going to have to try to do tonight because, quite frankly, they're oversized.
Yeah, well, you know, what it reminds me of is when Will Shields was out working with you guys when you were younger, and he always says low man wins. And he should know he's an all-pro.
Hall of Famer.
Hall of Famer.
Another run up the middle. Bruisman.
Nothing there.
Trying to make a cutback, got back to the line of scrimmage, and nothing more.
Ball again to Bruisman. So on the stop, including number 70, BB number 36, Kidder.
No gain now brings up 3rd and 2 as we're approaching 10 minutes left in the first quarter. Chieftains already picking up one fresh set of downs already. They try it again with Bruisman, and again, going backwards, stopped and stuffed, losing some yardage, almost going back to the original first down marker.
Not a fan of that call. I thought that, you know, it would be nice to throw a screen here because that Piper line is getting through there pretty quickly. I think they're primed for and they're going to go for it.
So he stopped his forward progress, 2 yards back, so 4th and 4. Wildcat formation, they're going to go. Bruisman has some blockers tripped up, and
he's not going to make it.
He's right there.
He's really close.
Needed to get to the 50.
See where they spot it.
And the Whitehead saying first down. He's saying move the chains. And I understand the frustration from this Piper crowd. That is gutsy to call without a measurement at least.
Yeah, exactly.
My goodness. So how about that? A gutsy call on their own side of the 50.
Well, you know, and I do like that because they're being aggressive. You know, it's either win or go home.
Fresh set of downs again. Bruisman, left side. BB again, rolling him up.
Handoff again to Bruisman. He's stopped by senior Camden Beebe.
Now the running game for the Chieftains starting to stale out a little bit here. Let's see if they choose to air it out again. It's going to be 2nd and 9, so they gave him 1 yard. Yeah, 2nd and 9 upcoming. Play action, had the defense going to the left side. Langford throws on the run, has Todd Brown, and just out of reach, incomplete. Zane Pudence, number 1, the 5'8 junior, defensive back for the Pirates, the nearest. And now that brings up 3rd and long. Not having to deal with either of those two big boys on this down.
They're coming with the blitz.
And here they come indeed. Langford going to try to take it himself. Oh, they got a flag, and I think it's going to be holding or a low chop block.
We have flags on the play.
So we will see. Looks like it's going to be on the Chieftains regardless.
Yes, they'll be holding.
Holding against Tongi. And they will replay the down, so back him up. 10 yards, close to about 3rd and 19, 3rd and 20 coming up. Were you guys surprised there if you're Piper? You just don't decline it and you bring up 4th down?
I don't know. I think I would have. But, you know, they may think that's going to take Tongi out of the 4-down mindset if they take the penalty.
Passing down. Langford has time, throws it down the field. Double coverage, looking for Holthouse, and wide out of his reach, incomplete. Almost intercepted. Colin Vigil, number 8, had a chance.
He was triple teamed.
Yeah, I said double team, actually triple team. So now you have to imagine the Chieftains are going to punt here.
Oh, yeah, they've got to. They can't give Piper this short of a field.
They chew up some clock but can't do anything else with it.
Yeah, we'll get a chance to see the defense here in just a minute. This is where Tongi can't afford any mistakes on special teams here.
Chieftains punting number 4, Langford, back deep for the Pirates. Vigil.
Gets it away. It's going to take a bounce right at the 25. Takes a Chieftain roll inside the 15. Down inside the 10. A good punt from Talon Langford. And that is something, I mean, we don't talk about the quarterback pooch punt, but he's one of the better ones at it.
He's done a really good job for this Chieftain team this year.
Yes, he has. So Piper will be pinned down deep. 1st and 10, just inside the 10-yard line. 7:57 left to go.
No, they didn't give him a short field.
This offense led by Logan Laddish, number 3, the quarterback, 974 passing yards on the year, 11 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Doesn't turn it over very often. He can also take off with his legs as well. Leads the team with 67 carries. And they start off with a handoff up the middle, following the pulling guards. That was Beebe. This is Colin Vigil that got the handoff, good for about 4 or 5 yards. That's the one thing, as you're watching this Piper team on offense, they love to pull the guards, love to pull the tackles, sometimes guard and tackle on one side. But when you got a big boy like Camden Beebe on your team, why not pull him around and have the running backs follow him?
Yeah, the running backs can actually get lost behind a big guy.
Beebe lined up at left tackle. Option play, fakes the pitch, tries to get upfield, wrapped up and brought down. Jack Messersmith right there.
Quarterback keeper by number 3, Logan Laddish.
Laddish, 461 rushing yards on the year and 8 touchdowns taken in with his feet. Only 2 games this year that he has had 100-plus rushing yards. This Piper team coming in 5-3 on the ledger, in third-place finishers of the United Kansas Conference behind DeSoto and Basehor-Linwood. Another handoff, fakes it, and it had Holthouse was right there, and he slips away, and he gets it up for a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, Holthouse had him in the backfield. Tried to arm tackle him, and no good there. So.
After a fresh set of downs, they hand it off this time, and a big opening. 1st down and more, yanked down by Wyatt Harris. That was number 24, Miguel Martin taking it for the Pirates.
Up to the 45-yard line before he's tackled by number 23, Wyatt Harris. And again, that is good for a Piper Pirate.
So 1st and 10 now. Piper starting to get into the flow of it. They get the ball up to the 45-yard line.
10 yards away from being in the Chieftains territory. Quarterback keeper, nowhere that time.
Connor Cole in on the stop for the Chieftains. Short gain.
Stopped after a gain of half a yard. We'll bring up 2nd down.
Clock continuing to run here inside 5 minutes, 45 seconds. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, as many runs as we're seeing, this could be a quick game, partner.
Still looking for our first score of the game, 5.5 minutes in. It was week 1 playoff matchup in the Kansas 4A East region. Laddish keeps, dumps it off down the line of scrimmage, drops it, and was hit right away. It was Talon Langford, no harm, no foul. Pretty bang. Looking down for Freddie Eskridge. Could not complete it, so now a third and
down.
1.
Yeah, Chieftains need to hold here. Although, do you think it's 4-down territory for the Pirates here? We will have to see.
It'll be interesting to see what they decide to do.
Right.
We saw Tongi go for it on about 4th and 5 on their own side of the 50. We'll see if Piper does the same, but still have one more play to pick up 10 yards here. 3rd and 10 from about the 45-yard line. Laddish calls for the snap, rolls out to his right, looking for a receiver, throws near the sideline, and complete. A fresh set of downs picked up. That was Vigil again. Laddish to Vigil.
It's just a simple little bootleg right. Throwing it to the sideline. Picking it up.
I remember it was that specific route combo last year as well that killed this Tongi secondary.
Yeah.
They just had a hard time stopping it.
Yep.
Now you add a little roll out to the right from Laddish. Just adds another extra layer of difficulty for this Chieftain defense.
Yeah, he's definitely a dual threat quarterback.
Looking to throw again.
Wide open. They're giving him way too much room.
This time it was Che Clemens. Chieftains playing a little bit of that cloud coverage, or as we called it back in the day, where the defensive backs are trying to play a little bit back, give the receivers some room so they don't get beat over the top.
Yeah.
Like we talked about, one of the signatures of this Piper team is they always have fast
Speed.
receivers, speed all around.
And you've got to give them some respect, but you can't play that far off or it's going to be a long night.
And again, that was something that Piper exploited last season against his Tongi team.
Quarterback
keep right up the middle, almost untouched, getting near that first down marker. He's going to be short by about a couple yards. Going to be 3rd and short coming up.
Number 81, Isaiah Holthouse. Number 57.
Zach Netter, the tight end, now being checked in for Piper. Approaching 4 minutes left to play.
Right at the 34-yard line, where it'll be 3rd down and 2.
Third and short, lot of motion, handoff right up the middle. First down and more, juking defenders. We do have a flag right around the 25. It'll be interesting to see what it is here.
Tackled by the Chieftain defense.
I think they may have gotten Beebe for a hold there.
We have a flag on the play, holding.
Yep.
Purple.
So he is human.
He's a big human, but yes,
Yeah.
he is human.
Back to the 37-yard line.
So back him up would have been an automatic first down, but instead now it's 3rd and 6.
Yeah. Chieftains could really use a stop here.
Two receivers on the left side, one receiver at the bottom of your screen. Roll out left side, Laddish. Incomplete. Looking for his man, covered by Brendan Briley. So 4th and 6 now coming up. And what do you do here if you're Piper?
They're going to go.
It looks like they're going to go for it. Offense is staying on the field. They do have a place kicker on the team that when he was warming up, he was getting close to about 40-yard range. Obviously not there yet, but
Right.
yeah, just as Tongi was aggressive on their opening drive, the Pirates doing the same.
Yes.
Clock is stopped at 3 minutes, 19 seconds.
Yeah, it's playoff football, partner.
Man in motion. They give it to him. And big hit with the shoulder. That was Messersmith
Yeah.
putting the left shoulder into him, and he is short.
He'll be turned over on downs. Good job, Chieftains defense.
And so how about that?
Yeah, that's what we were talking about. That's kind of what a Tongi win looks like. Got to have those big stops on 3rd down, 4th down. Now let's see if they can get this offense in gear here.
Looking to throw and towards the Chieftain sideline, and incomplete.
Incomplete. Pressure in the backfield by number 7, Lamar Lynch.
Clock's out 3 minutes and 3 seconds after the incomplete pass. 2nd and 10 coming up for this Chieftain offense. So how about a vote of confidence there for that Chieftain defense?
Yeah, no question.
Turnover on downs and taking over, getting the ball back to their offense. Still a 0-0 ball game.
Yeah, keeping them in it.
Early movement, but the ball was not snapped in time, so no penalty. Bruisman rolling off defenders. There he goes. In the Pirate territory, yanked down near the 25-yard line. Had one man to beat. Number 32, Evan Dameron. That just shows there how slippery Bruisman can be. Yeah. Lowering the shoulder was just rolling off tackles.
Well, you're not going to harm tackle him. I mean, you're going to have to break down and hit him.
Big play for the Chieftains. Give it back to him. Gets around the edge. Picks it up close to about 5.
Yeah.
Now the Chieftains have the run game going here on back-to-back plays, picking up manageable yards. They're going to say he stepped out.
Yeah, he stepped out.
Had a yard or two before, so only about a gain of 3, 2nd and 7. I'm honestly surprised we're not seeing this Chieftain offense at a little bit more up-tempo, trying to keep this Piper defense on their toes and limit the substitutions.
Well, yeah, I understand that, partner, but I also think, you know, one of those things that we were talking about, a Chieftain win may look like a shortened game.
Throwing it downfield. Holthouse got it in the breadbasket. Touchdown, Chieftains. From 43 yards out, Langford to Holthouse again. Deja vu from last week, and the Chieftains strike first against the Pirates.
Well thrown ball. Nice catch. That's got to help Langford's confidence even more. Again, we're seeing what we saw last week, and if that continues, Chieftains got a good shot here.
Jax McWilliams is on for the extra point.
And he has been money. Let me not jinx him here, please.
Yeah, talk about the ultimate kibosh. It will be now. Snap and hold is good.
That's good.
McWilliams. Money McWilliams. 7 points on the board for the Chieftains as they lead the Piper Pirates. Home crowd is silent right now. 2 minutes, 20 seconds left to go in the first quarter. We'll be back in 30 seconds on the Chieftain Sports Network, Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Same look and location of a classic drugstore with the services and supplies of a modern pharmacy. That's what you'll find at the Downtown Drug Store in Tonganoxie. Of course, Downtown Drug is the local choice for your prescriptions and health needs, but did you know they have the best selection of Tonganoxie Pride and Chieftain game day gear in town? And a whole lot more. Cards, gifts, home decor, and even the best way to satisfy that sweet tooth. The Downtown Drug Store. Call 913-369-3800 or visit them online at thedowntowndrugstore.com.
From 43 yards out, Langford, his first playoff touchdown of his young career, only a sophomore, hitting up the junior receiver Isaiah Holthouse, his 8th total receiving touchdown of the 2022 season. And it gives the Chieftains an early 7-0 lead over the Piper Pirates. Quick kick. Take it in right around the 30. And this is something, again, that I question.
Yeah, I don't like it.
It's one of the most controversial topics in Tongi High School football, the pooch kick. You know, when you got a guy like McWilliams, do you just give him full go to just kick it out of the end zone, or do you try to do a pooch kick like that? Because we've seen it, and especially last week, some teams have trouble fielding it, and the Chieftains have recovered fumbles and have had short fields, but I just don't know what the offense at the caliber of Pipers has given them a short field.
You got to know who your opponent is. I hope they kick it away next time.
Well, Piper will take over 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line, trailing 7-0 after the Isaiah Holthouse receiving touchdown. 2 minutes, 12 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Man in motion, and they're giving it to him. Trying to wait for his blocks, and he does, but he trips. He had an opening there at the moment. Freddie Eskridge, number 4, on the handoff. Gain of 4, bring up 2nd and 6. Eskridge only 56 rushing yards on the year, averaging about 3.5 yards a carry. That time got 4, so right on with the Max Preps average. Nearing the end of the first quarter here, approaching 1 minute and 30 seconds left. In motion again, Laddish pulls it away, wide open, plenty of room.
I mean, they're just not, you got it playing closer than that.
Jay Clemens again, that's the second time we've called his name tonight. And just a little quick kind of comeback route.
Tackled by 85, Noah Bailey.
And Noah Bailey in coverage, breaking him down right when he catches it both times. But
now you know he's doing the coverage that they worked on all week.
This is part of the game plan that's been established by Coach Bond, the defensive coordinator, along with the rest of the coaching staff.
They're trying to guard against everything over the top. But you can't give up that medium yardage and first downs all night either.
Laddish looking to pass. He's looking downfield. Has a man tipped up in the air. The official fell down and incomplete. No flag for roughing the official. And it is 2nd and 10 coming up.
Yeah, that was good defense right there.
He was looking down the field for Mason LaRue, the 6'3" senior. Forgot they don't give weights for the Piper squad on these programs here. Was looking to take a shot downfield, and great defense by the Chieftain in coverage. Might have got a fingertip on it at the last second, deflected it, made it fall incomplete. Clock stopped at 48 seconds after the incompletion. Ball on the Tonganoxie 48-yard line. Handoff on the backside. Messersmith trying to set the edge. Couldn't quite get him. Still works his way up to about the 45. Jack Messersmith again working his way back and tackling him. Messersmith doing his job was setting the edge, not allowing the ball carrier to get around, forcing him back inside, waiting for the cavalry to show up and bring him down. Still a fairly minimal gain, and it is now 3rd and long again, 3rd and 7 at the 45. Piper does not have to run another play here. Play clock is at 22 seconds.
And they're not going to.
About 10-second difference, and that will bring it in to the first quarter. Chieftains have the lead after one, 7-0. They lead old league foes, the Piper Pirates. Be back with the second quarter after the break on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Wizard of Paws, now at their newly renovated location in downtown Tonganoxie, offers personalized pet grooming, doggy daycare, dog obedience, and socialization classes. At Wizard of Paws, your pet will get a one-on-one grooming experience, ensuring they return to you quickly and looking fabulous. And their new facility offers amenities and space that is doggone amazing. Call Wizard of Paws at 913-416-0255 or visit their new location at 406 East 4th Street in Tonganoxie. Learn more at wizardofpawspet.com.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
Ready for the start of the second quarter here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. Dylan Funk alongside Dennis Dren. The lone score of the night belongs to the Chieftains. A 43-yard touchdown pass to Isaiah Holthouse. Piper trying to answer here. Laddish, he's going to run it and take off with it. Knocked out. First contact right at the original line of scrimmage. No flags are thrown. Kind of got to hold your breath if your team is on defense. When you hit the quarterback, it's near the sideline, but
well, at least he's not named Tom Brady.
Or Derek Carr, apparently.
Yeah.
Since he gets those calls. I don't know. We digress. Piper's going to go for it again, 4th and 5.
Both being aggressive. I like it. The Chieftains were able to stop them last time. Let's see what happens on this down.
Laddish looking to throw, rolling out, throws it, intercepted. Talon Langford gets his 3rd of the year. And the Chieftains deny Piper once again on 4th down and will take over in good field position.
What did we say, partner? What does the Tongi win look like?
Need to get a turnover.
Yeah.
Somehow, some way. But the other part of that, if you remember, you got to capitalize points.
Yes.
Off that turnover.
Yep.
Chieftains got to find a way here
to make this
capitalize. That was a huge play there for Talon Langford, his 3rd defensive interception of the year. Too bad when he gets an interception on defense, doesn't take one of his away on offense.
Doesn't work that way.
Going right back to the air again. And he's going to air it out again. Holthouse again. And completes it. Still going inside the 20.
Wow, what a play.
And Holthouse, I think he's got a little bit of a limp. I think he's going to come out. He's just going to get checked out.
Well, let's hope he's not hurt.
Chieftains are going to need him through the remainder of this game. He's going to get checked out right now. But another huge play. Chieftains inside the red zone. 1st and 10 right around the 17-yard line. Brown, the man in motion, fake it to him, give it to Bruceman, cuts it back left side, lowers the shoulder. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage, not much more.
Yeah, maybe a yard.
Yeah, maybe a yard or two.
Number 8, Vigil number 36, Ketter, on the tackle.
We're going to say he actually picked up 2, so 2nd and 8. Clock continues to run, now at 11 minutes. Chieftains in prime position. Hand off to Bruceman again, and going nowhere. This Piper run defense is really starting to stiffen up here.
Walker again, number 16, Colton Bruceman. This will hit by Mason LaRue.
And Holthouse is still on the training table right now getting checked out.
Bring up a 3rd down and 8.
Well, they're definitely in Jackson McWilliams' field goal range.
It's 3rd down.
You know they love to pick up the 3rd down here, but I don't think you rule out the possibility if they don't. Looking to pass again. BB coming through. Langford rolling out, heading towards the sticks. He's going to be short, but now 2 late flags coming in. Very late flags coming in.
A late hit.
And that's a killer if it's on Tonganoxie.
Yeah.
The officials are talking about it for the moment. Beebe was bringing the pressure right up the middle, forcing Langford to roll out to his left. Took off running. We saw that he can run with his legs in the game last week. Now let's see what the call is from the official. So helmet-to-helmet hit on the Chieftains, and that's exactly what you didn't want right there. So instead of 4th and short coming up, back him up 15 yards for the personal. Again, you're still talking Jackson McWilliams field goal range. Makes it much more difficult.
Yeah, they need to pick some up here, though.
It's 3rd down.
Clock is stopped. 10 minutes, 13 seconds right now. Under 20 seconds left to go on the play clock. Bruceman moves up to the left hip of Langford. Langford takes a snap, dropping back, throwing it down the field again. Overthrows, and an interception. Colin Vigil, and he's going to try to return it. And now it's on the field. I think it went right back into the hands of a Chieftain, and now we got another blindside block, and it's going to be on BB. And if that was, is that Bruceman? No, it's Langford. Oh, he put a hit on Langford. Langford, thank goodness, is okay. And let's see how they worked this out here. So we had a fumble on the interception return, appeared to be recovered by the Chieftains. And then it looked what appeared to be either unnecessary roughness or a blindside block. It looked like it was Camden Beebe that put the hit on Talon Langford, the quarterback. And they are talking this through, and
yeah, they're trying to get it sorted out here. I'm not sure what they're going to come up with here.
There's a lot of moving parts. Clock is stopped right now, 9 minutes, 57 seconds. And we apologize to the game clock game. We're just set up kind of right here behind the stands. So we got a lot of Piper fans anxious standing up. It's just part of it, but it's all right. 9 minutes, 57 seconds left on the clock here in the second quarter.
Well, did they ever make a signal that who had the ball? Because there was definitely a fumble.
I saw the recovery, and then I saw the flag down here near the 30. Well, we're going to figure it out here.
They'll decline it because they'll take the ball.
Well, those are both.
How many do they have on them?
That's 2 personal fouls, 1 unnecessary roughness.
Yeah, Chieftains ball.
And either a blindside or helmet-to-helmet hit. So after all that, Tonganoxie will have the ball.
At the first down at the 16-yard line.
and they are bailed out.
Yeah, by the fumble.
No. What are we? What?
Now what are we doing? Well, the officials are having a hard time here.
Well, now they're going over and they're talking with Coach Troyer. Offense is out there for a cheat. So regardless, it's going to be 1st and 10 coming up for Tonganoxie, right about the 17-yard line. So scrap the interception after all that chaos. Thank goodness Talon Langford is okay after the big hit from D1 K-State commit Camden Beebe.
Yeah, he jumped right up, too.
And now you really got to find a way to capitalize for some points. Brusvin along the left side, slipped it upfield, past the 15, got down close to about the 14. For 2nd down, upcoming. Clock is running right now, 9 minutes, 40 seconds. Second and 8. Roll out. Has a man. End zone incomplete. Just a little low and out of the reach of Todd Brown near that front near side pylon. Langford rolling out, and it looked like he might have had some room if he wanted to take off with it. Tried to take a shot to the end zone. Had a man just a little out of the reach. And more good news for the Chieftains. 81 is back on the field. Isaiah Holthouse, he is at the top of your screen near the Chieftains sideline. And that 2-receiver set. 1 receiver at the bottom. That's Brendan Briley. Brusvin in the backfield with Langford as he looks to throw. And he's going to throw it. 50-50 ball for Holthouse. And incomplete. A lot of hand fighting in the end zone, pushing and shoving.
Yeah, Langford needed to throw that up a little higher and let Isaiah go get it, because he definitely had the height advantage on the deep back.
Left it just a little bit short.
Here we go. We're going to have a Jackson McWilliams field goal attempt.
A call from about 31 yards out. He hit one from 40 last week against Ottawa. His career long hit over the summer near 58 yards. 31 yards is away.
No good.
No good. Uncharacteristic from Jackson McWilliams.
Yep.
Tough kick regardless. Don't see him miss too many of those.
Nope.
And no good. So the score stays 7-0. The Chieftains cannot capitalize off the Talon Langford interception on defense. And then having the offensive interception for Talon Langford wiped off the board and given a fresh set of downs inside the 20.
Yeah. Too bad they didn't cash something in there. They really needed that field goal.
They really, really did.
But, hey, it's still playing into what we talked about we needed to see for a Chieftain win tonight. Let's hope they can keep it up.
9 minutes, 6 seconds on the clock. Piper will take over. 1st and 10. Laddish keeps it. Up the middle he goes. Good for about 4. The dual threat quarterback for Piper, trying to do it all himself tonight. This Piper offense, they have gotten into Tongi territory on their first 2 drives and have been able to convert. Last time on a 4th and 5, they threw an interception and then an incomplete pass on 4th and 6. Low snap, Laddish collects, hands off. Not going much, maybe a yard on the play. It was Zane Pudens, number 1, on the handoff.
Running back number 1, Zane Pudens.
3rd and short, about 3rd and 2 as they call it. We approach 8 minutes.
Senior Chieftain brings them down at the 28-yard line, where it'll be 3rd down and 2.
Third down and 2. Motion in the backfield. And they give it to him, and a first down. Needed 2, picked up about 4. And a fresh set of downs move them for the Jolly Rogers. Colton Brusman in on the tackle for Tonganoxie. Clock continues to run inside 7 minutes, 40 seconds until halftime. Still a 7-0 lead for the Chieftains. Chieftains bringing a little bit of a stunt, bringing pressure, throwing off his back foot, has a man. Bang, bang play, and they're going to throw the flag. It'll be pass interference. Looking for Miguel Martin down the field, had him open. If the defender could have gotten his head turned around.
Yeah, that ball was underthrown. He could have maybe picked that off.
Laddish forced to throw off his back foot there. Pressure was coming up the middle off the defensive stunt from the Chieftains. It only cost them 15 yards. It's not a spot foul at the high school level, so now only 1st and 10 near midfield.
Yeah, that's one of those pass interference calls you don't mind taking, because if he'd have caught that, they would have been in a lot better field position.
Right. It's one of those, obviously you don't like penalties,
no.
But that's one you learn to live with. Laddish cuts up field, tripped up. I think he just got.
I think he tripped over his lineman.
Tripped over his own lineman. Good. It's all, you always just slightly hold your breath whenever you see a ball carrier kind of make that cut and fall that way. Something similar like we saw back in week 1 with Tyler Pankey.
Oh, yeah. Those non-contact injuries are sometimes the worst.
They really are. Make sure you hold your breath here in the stands. Only a 1-yard gain for Laddish. He gets up. All is good. 2nd and 9 coming up for Piper. 6 minutes, 40 seconds in, counting on the clock. Man out of position. That's Lamar Lynch. Laddish again, up the middle. About 3rd and medium now coming up. I think the Chieftain defense so far doing a pretty good job on 1st and 2nd down, and they're really making Piper really earn it, getting them 3rd and mediums, 3rd and longs.
Yeah, and sometimes they've had, 2 4th downs?
2 4th downs, 4th and 6 and 4th and 5.
Yep.
As we approach 6 minutes left to play in the second quarter, in the first half. Ball at the Tonganoxie 48, Laddish. Good protection. Now feeling the pressure. Kendall Smith throws it down the field. Wyatt Harris over his head. Touchdown, Piper from 48 yards out. Colin Vigil. And Piper now an extra point away from tying up this game. And that missed field goal looms very large right now.
Yep.
Good protection from the offensive line from Logan Laddish. Had time looking downfield. Colin Vigil got behind Wyatt Harris. Harris got a little turned around looking for the ball in the sky, and by that time he recognized it. About a step and a half in front of him was Vigil. He takes it in from 48 yards out. Extra point is up and good. And we are tied here at Piper High School, 7 apiece. 5:40 left to go in the second quarter.
Get back in the game with Physical Therapy Solutions in Tonganoxie. As a state-of-the-art outpatient physical therapy clinic, Physical Therapy Solutions will develop a plan of care to help you move, reduce pain, restore function, and prevent disability. Physical Therapy Solutions takes great pride in delivering current, quality-driven treatments. And now get occupational therapy in the office or at home on an outpatient basis. Call 913-417-7400 or visit ptsolutionsks.com.
5 minutes, 40 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Piper answers and has tied the ball game thanks to a 48-yard bomb. Logan Laddish to Colin Vigil down the field for a touchdown pass. The extra point was good. It's a 7-7 ball game. We talk about things in the regular seasons that can be magnified when it comes to a close loss. You can talk about penalties and turnovers.
Missed opportunities.
And Chieftains had a prime one. They had 1st and 10 inside the Piper 20-yard line. Took a shot at the end zone. Couldn't hit his man. McWilliams brought on for a 31-yard field goal. Obviously no chip shot. We're not trying to put all the blame on McWilliams, but A rare miss from him, and now it's a 7-7 ball game. Little squib kick, but taken in correctly past the 30, lowers the head and shoulders, gets down to about the 35. And decent starting field position for the Chieftains.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. They really need to get this offense going. It'd be nice to see them pick up another score before halftime.
Langford and Holthouse both coming back out after Holthouse left after a huge catch to set up the Chieftains near the 20.
I'm not sure if that was a twisted ankle or a cramp or what it was, but
I'm not sure.
He's back out there.
He was getting worked on the stretcher, on the table, the training table. Brusman trying to follow his blocks and not getting anywhere, stuffed right at the line of scrimmage. So a few manageable carries here and there from Colton Brusman, this Tonganoxie running game, but they've been making their bread and butter so far through the air.
Yeah, no question.
Same distance, 2nd and 10. Holthouse, the lone receiver on the top of your screen. Miguel Martin in coverage on him. Langford feeling the pressure, moving around, rolling out left side, outside the pocket, throws near the sideline, and incomplete. Was looking for Holthouse, had a couple of Pirates in the area. It's going to bring up 3rd and 10. And these are the downs, if you're the Chieftains, you've been trying to avoid all night long. 3rd down and long.
Yeah. You need to keep that 3rd down manageable if you at all possible. If they can pick this up, that'd be a big play.
Clock is stopped right. Clock to stop right now. 4 minutes, 36 seconds. Need to get something here if you're Tonganoxie.
Yep.
3rd down and 10 from the 35. Pressure coming. Langford got to get rid of it, and he does, and has a man complete. A couple yards short of the sticks. It was Todd Brown.
Now do you go for it here if you're the Chieftains?
You know what? They went for it once in their own territory.
I'd like to see them go
4th
and be
and
aggressive.
5.
Yep, they're going to go. They're going to go with the Wildcat.
2 yards short of the yards to gain. It'll be 4th and 2.
And this is one of those downs that they love to run the Wildcat, maybe do that handoff. We'll see what they do here, and it's going to be Brusman.
He's not going to get it either.
He's not going to get it. Wildcat not working that time for the Chieftains. Now they get a turnover on downs, and Piper takes over in Tonganoxie territory.
Well, that's where being aggressive can backfire on you.
I just think the run game so far, it hasn't been working so well, but the passing game has, and I don't know. 4 minutes, 24 seconds left. Piper takes over 1st and 10 at the Tonganoxie 42-yard line. 7-7 is our score.
And I did see when Piper recognized the Chieftains were going to go with that Wildcat, those backers started creeping up in the box.
Nathan Smith steps up. Laddish avoids the pressure. Good pickup, about 8 or 9 yards. Nathan Smith was coming around the edge on the left side. Almost had him, just was coming off a little bit too wide. Laddish was able to step up and avoid the arm tackle and takes off on a scamper of 8 yards. 2nd and 2. I almost said 2nd and 2nd. 2nd and 2 coming up at the 34-yard line. 3 minutes, 50 seconds and counting on the game clock.
Well, the Chieftains need to keep them out of the end zone if they can before half.
Up the middle, Zane Pudence gets enough yardage for a fresh set of downs for Piper.
Junior gets the ball up to the 31-yard line. That is a Pirate 1st down, 3.5 to play before half.
Clock keeps running, 3 minutes, 30 seconds. Pirates huddling it up here, getting the play call in under 20 seconds left on the play clock, now 15. Looking to take the lead with a big play here is Piper. Laddish, keeper up the middle, avoids one arm tackle, stiff arms another, big block. He's going to pick up a 1st down and more. Leg tackle near the pylon, touchdown Piper. 31 yards.
Flag on the play,
the scamper. Flag on the play. Flag on the play. Flag was up the field, not back near the line of scrimmage, so hold off on the points for the moment. The officials are talking it out. And it's a holding on Piper, so wipe off the touchdown. Piper crowd voices their displeasure. I think I just heard somebody call that white hat Carl Cheffers.
Poor guy.
For those that don't get the reference, he was the official for the Monday night game, Chiefs and Raiders.
Will be placed at the 22-yard line.
Touchdown is taken off. 2 minutes, 55 seconds and counting. Take the penalty yard from the spot of the foul. So 1st and 1 from the 22. And they'll look to throw. Feeling pressure, rolling out again. This time wrapped up and brought down. And Coach Sawyer is arguing for intentional grounding,
yeah,
I believe.
He was outside the tackle box, but there was not a Piper receiver anywhere near. Yep.
And there's the flag. And it didn't get past the line of scrimmage either.
Yeah, okay. It's got to go past the line of scrimmage, too. Yeah.
Yes. That was TJ Leeper, number 57, that had Laddish wrapped up and was bringing him down. Laddish did his best, just couldn't get past the line of scrimmage. And it's a loss of down, so it's going to bring up 2nd down. That should now bring up, should be 2nd and 15, 2nd and 16.
Yeah.
Ball at the 37 is 2nd down.
2nd and 16 now, 2 minutes, 35 seconds on the game clock. Another stunt. Minimal gain. Might have even lost a yard, breaking through on the defensive stunt.
Ball handed off to number 5.
63.
That was Nathan Smith.
No gain on the play. Now it's 3rd and 16.
3rd and 16 coming up. We're approaching 2 minutes left to go in the quarter. And Piper has gone from a touchdown run to 1st and 1 after the holding penalty.
To 3rd and 15.
3rd and 16.
16. Well, it's a big down for the Chieftains. They need to keep them from getting a 1st down here.
Trips to the Chieftain sideline. Laddish, he's going to throw down the field again. Has time and
way
just too long. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Pass a little too long for number 24, Miguel Martin.
Oh, they're going to go for it.
Pressure by number 23, Wyatt Harris.
No indication to bring on the punt team. Ball is at the 37.
Yeah, they're.
So now if you're the Chieftain defense, you just got to try. Don't be bringing out a penalty.
Yeah, don't make a stupid penalty and try and keep them from getting to the 1st down stick.
Piper and their offensive staff flipping over to the 4th and 16 part of the playbook. Let's see what they draw up here. Pressure coming from the Chieftains. Screen pass. A good job by the defensive line.
Yes.
Great job by the defensive line.
They recognize that quickly.
And that is something that they practice even when I was playing from 2014 and 2017. That is a drill. When you're facing a team that loves to screen pass, you see that quarterback drop back,
right.
You are expected to drop low and retreat back or try to get a pull up and deflect it. That was a great job by that Chieftain defensive line.
They recognize that really well.
Well defended, and the 3rd time Piper has been turned away on 4th down, and a costly penalty taken off a touchdown. It stays 7-7.
Yeah, those ones that take points off the board are just killers.
1 minute, 34 seconds on the clock.
Looks like the Chieftains are going to air it out here.
Chieftains have all 3 timeouts as well. Langford.
Nice run by Langford.
Got 11, hit near the sideline. Clean hit. I'm glad they didn't throw the flag.
Number 4, Taylor Langford.
Let's get in field goal range here for McWilliams.
Let's get a touchdown, partner.
Well, touchdown would even be better, but there's only a minute 25 left.
With 3 timeouts.
3 timeouts.
For the Chieftains. Clock is stopped 1 minute 25 seconds because Langford got out of bounds. 1st and 10 at the Piper 40 at the Tonganoxie 49, right near midfield. Slight delay, handoff. Brusvin.
There's just nothing there.
I see the Chieftains will burn their first time out, and they will. Run play not going anywhere. Clock to stop. 1 minute 16 seconds. 2nd and 10 is going to be coming up. The run game has been well defended so far by this Piper defense. And when we resume play, they're actually going to give 1 yard. So it's going to be 2nd and 9 coming up at the 50-yard line. We'll be back in 30 seconds here on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
With the First State Bank and Trust mobile app, you can bank from anywhere. Check your balance while you're waiting in line here, or transfer funds while you're here. Forget to pay that bill? Pay it from here. Don't cut your visit short to go to the bank. Make your deposit from here. And remember, you're always welcome to bank right here. Did you know First State Bank and Trust has donated over $112,000 to Tonganoxie schools? Every time you swipe your Tonganoxie Chieftain debit card, we donate. For more information, visit us at firststateks.com. Member FDIC.
Teams coming out of the huddle, the timeout. Chieftains now left with 2 timeouts. Piper still with all 3 in case if they get the ball back with some time on the clock. 1 minute, 16 seconds left. A 1-yard run by Colton Brusvin on the last play brings up 2nd and 9 from midfield.
Yeah, with the exception of a couple of plays, the running game has been shut down for the Chieftains.
Langford getting the play call, relaying it to the offensive line. They come set, 2nd and 9 from midfield, and it's a passing down. Langford feeling the pressure, rolling out, throws on the run, back over the middle, and incomplete. Skips it on the turf, looking for Zakiah Glover right around the 40-yard line.
Glover was open, but he just couldn't get it to him on the fly.
It's tough when you're rolling out to your left, throwing on the run, but also kind of going back towards the middle of the field.
Throwing across your body, which is a no-no.
Unless you're Patrick.
Unless you're Patrick Mahomes. Or Josh Allen.
Why you always got to include him?
Because he can do it too.
3rd down here. 1 minute, 11 seconds.
You really need a first down here.
Brusvin.
Oh, there's just nothing there.
Now see if Piper will elect to take a timeout. And they do, so 4th and long upcoming. A minute and 5 seconds on the clock. A Piper Pirate timeout stops play for the moment, and I think Piper is eyeing to get the ball back. And remember, they will get to receive the opening kickoff of the second half. So you're thinking, you got to know that they're thinking if they can get the ball back, try to double up here.
Right, exactly.
After the Chieftains went for it on 4th down right around this territory, it was in Tongi territory. Now it's at the Piper 49. I mean, do you entertain the idea of going for it, or do you pin them deep?
I think you got to try and pin them deep here with only a minute left to play. But we'll see. They've been aggressive all night, both sides.
I think this time I would like to see Langford just give the little pooch punt. If you can pin them down inside the 20, inside the 10.
Yeah.
And if you make them march 80, 90 yards down the field in a minute and 5 seconds.
Yep.
Then you just tip your cap. You have 1 minute, 5 seconds on the game clock.
And I think that's what they're going to do. Or that's what they're going to try and do.
Vigil back to return for Piper. Punt is away. A little bit of a line drive. Not the best one from Langford. It goes out right around the 15 and that's 20. Excuse me. That's exactly where they mark it.
Net of about 25 yards.
1st and 10 at the 20. You got exactly 59 seconds. Both teams with 2 timeouts remaining.
You got to figure that the Pirates are going to be throwing it.
Laddish is not afraid to take a shot down the field. Chieftain defense trying to hold them here and get to halftime with the tied ball game, 7 apiece. One man in the backfield with Laddish. He fakes the handoff, play action. Going to take a shot downfield, and he's got a man wide open. Completes it. It's a foot race, and he will win it. 78 yards to the house. Mason LaRue.
That's a killer.
Well. One play, 78 yards. And to the house it goes for the Pirates. Laddish to LaRue. Just like the guy next to me said, 6 seconds. That's all it took. An extra point pending, looking to make it a 14-7 ball game. Is up, and it is good. 14-7 is our score. Piper back-to-back touchdowns as they reclaim the lead over the Chieftains. Under a minute left to play before halftime.
For a winning team, contact White Birch Properties, the real estate MVPs.
Took one play, about 6 seconds off the game clock, and 78 yards. Laddish to LaRue down the field. A big touchdown that Piper was looking for after forcing the Chieftains to punt.
I don't know if that was blown coverage or if he just got burnt.
I don't know. It's already a handful of times in this game where we've seen a Piper defender have a step or two on a Chieftain in the secondary. So 45 seconds and 2 timeouts. Our squib kick. Just got a fall on it. Wood, the turnover, is Brady Martin, number 12. Trying to scoop it up and run it for a return. Instead, just dives on it near the 30. It'll be 1st and 10 from there, 43 seconds. So a couple seconds shaved off the clock from the squib kick.
Still 2 timeouts for the Chieftains.
So if you're the Chieftains here, do you just take a shot down the field?
Well, I think you have to. You got to be aggressive. There's no tomorrow. You either win tonight or you go home.
Back to pass, has protection, throws it, and through the hands, and almost another interception. And that's just a drop there from Todd Brown right through his hands. Colin Vigil.
Yeah, that was a good throw.
Almost had his second interception of the ball game. 2nd and 10. 38 seconds on the clock.
I bet he looks for a hold house. No, they're going to hand it off. I don't understand that call.
About another 1-yard gain.
I don't get it. Are they going to use? They're just going to go to halftime?
Maybe so. Piper's not taking a timeout. Tongi does not have to run another play before halftime. They trail 14-7. Led earlier in the game 7-0. Now back-to-back touchdowns given up.
I'd take a shot. Why not? You're just going to hand it off, it looks like. Nope, they're going to take a shot.
Slightly underthrown, and almost another interception out. Deflected at the last second. And that is the end of the first half. Your score, Piper 14, Tonganoxie 7. And we will be right back with the White Birch Property Realty Executives halftime show after the break here on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
For a winning team, contact White Birch Properties, the real estate MVPs.
From its native roots to the bustling community it is today, Tonganoxie's past is as unique as its future. With small town charm and big city amenities, Tonganoxie is the ideal place to grow a business and grow a family. Just 20 minutes from both Lawrence and Kansas City, Tonganoxie is perfectly positioned. Take an afternoon and come explore Tonganoxie. To learn more, go to tonganoxie.org.
The Tonganoxie Recreation Commission understands that the benefits of recreation are endless. Participating in community recreation is not only fun, but also healthy and educational. The Tonganoxie Rec Commission encourages all ages and abilities to participate in recreational activities. That's why they're continually working to develop programs for all the residents of Tonganoxie. To see the latest sports and program offerings and to get signed up, visit them at tongirec.org or call 913-845-3502.
The same look and location of a classic drugstore with the services and supplies of a modern pharmacy. That's what you'll find at the Downtown Drug Store in Tonganoxie. Of course, Downtown Drug is the local choice for your prescriptions and health needs, but did you know they have the best selection of Tonganoxie Pride and Chieftain game day gear in town? And a whole lot more. Cards, gifts, home decor, and even the best way to satisfy that sweet tooth. The Downtown Drug Store. Call 913-369-3800 or visit them online at thedowntowndrugstore.com.
Whether you're an athlete looking to get back for another big win or you're just trying to win at life, Dr. Adam Ludwin at Win Chiropractic and Sports Therapy can get you back in the game. Dr. Adam has the tools and skills to have you feeling your best in no time. With chiropractic adjustment, physical therapy, cupping, taping, muscle scraping, on-site x-ray, and more. Lose the pain and win the day at Win Chiropractic and Sports Therapy. Now open in Tonganoxie. Book online at winchiropracticst.com or call 913-214-1020.
Welcome back to Tonganoxie Sports Live, the halftime show brought to you by White Birch Property Realty Executives. Dylan Funk alongside Dennis Drennan, and 14-7 is our score right now, partner, and I think you summed it up pretty best. Still a winnable ball game here for the Chieftains.
Still a very winnable ball game, and, you know, unfortunately they give up that late touchdown over the top, but they're still in it. I would like to see them get a stop on Piper, because Piper's going to get the ball to start the second half, so hopefully you don't let them get another score. You don't want to go down 2 scores.
Yeah, absolutely. If you go, you know, it's really hard. You're on the road already in the regular season. It's hard to come back from a 2-touchdown deficit, but I mean, when it's the playoffs, I mean, it's a whole different mindset, a whole different attitude, atmosphere, everything like that. So we'll see. Chieftains drew first blood, the big touchdown pass. Langford to Holthouse. They led 7-0. They've held Piper 3 times on 4th down. So far, on the 4th and 6, it was an incomplete pass. Second one was an interception, and then the last one, I mean, it was just crazy. Another touchdown was taken off the board for Piper. It could be a 21-7 ball game right now. But a holding call down the field set up 1st and 1, and then the intentional grounding backed him up.
And a loss of down.
And then tried to run a screenplay on 4th and long. The Chieftain defense was ready for it, could not convert, but we've seen it. Kind of the big theme here is when Laddish has time and it hasn't forced to roll out, these Piper receivers are getting right by these Chieftain this Chieftain secondary.
They're giving them a lot of room off the line of scrimmage, you know, and I think that's to respect the speed they have. But I don't know if that was a blown coverage on that last touchdown pass or not. But boy, he was wide open.
Yeah, got to try to find a way to limit those. Yeah. In the second half, it's still there. I think the game plan that Tongi has come in with,
it's sound.
It's been working. You know, obviously, if we're going to make a couple of critiques, I think there's 2. I think on the defensive side, you got to find a way, whether it's a lack of communication or whatever it is, you got to find a way to clean that up. And on the offensive side, running the ball isn't really. It's not. I know that's traditionally it's the bread and butter of this Tonganoxie squad, but Piper has been stout on the run defense, and Tongi has been working its way up and down the field through the air. So I don't know in the third quarter. I mean, I don't think you don't totally abandon it.
No, you can't sell out. I mean, you still got to try and stay balanced to keep them honest because, you know, if you're going to air it out, they're going to double Holthouse and, you know, and take him away. So then what do? I mean, you've got Brown. He had one go right through his hands just a minute ago. So we'll just have to see how they play it. But I'm really disappointed that the run game is just not getting anything. Other than that first drive, you know, I think Bruisman had a couple of decent runs there. But since then, it's been nothing. 1 or 2 yards or nothing.
Yeah, I mean, it's eerily similar. And we kind of had these same thoughts. And I know you weren't calling the game then, partner, because you were out. But the Spring Hill game back in week 2, it was like the same thing. It was just run after run after run, and it wasn't going anywhere. It wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah.
1 yard, 2 yard loss. But then Bruisman finally broke through.
Right.
But the problem is that Spring Hill isn't what Piper is on offense.
Exactly.
So you can't keep trying to force it and either punting the ball away or going for it on these fourth downs. It's kudos, like we talked about, for being aggressive, but then when it doesn't work, you put your defense in a really tough situation. So
you can't give them a short fields and expect to come out on top here. You got to try and control the tempo and keep the ball as long as you can. You know, I'd like to know what time of possession is because I'm sure it favors Piper because they've had the ability to run the ball.
Yep. Yeah, well, and you look at that offensive line that Piper has too.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's a defensive line. So those guys are going both ways.
Exactly, and it's just one of those things. You look on paper. I mean, you don't even have to look on paper. I mean, just look on the field. Next time, you know, on this next drive, look at Tongie's D line versus the O line of Piper.
Yeah,
it's a disadvantage, and I mean that's okay. It's not a crime to point out to say, oh, the other guys are bigger and stronger.
Yeah.
I mean that's where a lot of your technique, getting low, leverage.
Right.
That's where all that comes into play, and I would still say I think a lot of credit has to go to this offensive defensive line. I think they've been holding their own out there.
Oh, they have. I think if you're Tongi, I think you got to be happy with the way the game's gone so far. I mean, you've had one big play that's the difference in the game.
And we've called BB's name a lot on the run. He's been stuffing the run. He's had one chance on the pass rush where he forced Langford out, but I mean, other than that, I mean, and we talk about BB being the best next level talent on the field for either team. They commit to go and play at K-State with his brother Colin.
Yeah.
Right. So, you know, but I tip my cap to the offensive line for the Chieftains. Our pass pro has been, I think, fairly clean. There's been a couple times Langford's kind of shuffle around the pocket, but other than that,
but on those times, partner, they had the backers blitzing. I mean, it wasn't like the defensive line of Piper was getting there. It was the blitzing linebackers that was causing havoc.
Yeah, so we'll see. I think for defense, I think you got to just try to tighten up that secondary defense just a little bit more, and then as far as the offense, you know, don't abandon the run, but you got to try to find a way to stay creative. So we'll see how it is.
You can't just keep running it into a brick wall either.
Right. We're going to take another break. When we come back, we're going to take a look at some of these reported scores of the 4A East region of the playoff bracket, and we'll see how some teams are doing and look ahead for maybe a potential matchup for the winner of this game will go on and play next week. All that and more coming up next here on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Bank and Trust mobile app, you can bank from anywhere. Check your balance while you're waiting in line here, or transfer funds while you're here. Forget to pay that bill? Pay it from here. Don't cut your visit short to go to the bank. Make your deposit from here. And remember, you're always welcome to bank right here. Did you know First State Bank and Trust has donated over $112,000 to Tonganoxie schools? Every time you swipe your Tonganoxie Chieftain debit card, we donate. For more information, visit us at firststateks.com. Member FDIC. Has your furnace left you out in the cold? Pipes plugged? Are you underwater with your water heater? If so, you'll be glad you called Ladd. Ladd Service Company in Tonganoxie has been your heating, cooling, and plumbing specialist since 1986. Ladd is your dealer for top quality brands like York, Aprilaire, and Wolverine Brass. Plus, they maintain and service all other brands. Schedule your appointment by calling 913-369-3509. Visit laddserviceco.com to see why you'll be glad you called Ladd.
Midwest Chiropractic Center in Tonganoxie, Lansing, and Bonner Springs is ready to get you back to being the active, energetic person you want to be. Dr. Robert Shook and Dr. Daniel Haugen at Midwest Chiropractic offer caring, high quality, and comprehensive care, including chiropractic care, acupuncture, and school and DOT physicals. Now offering Saturday appointments in Bonner Springs and Tonganoxie to better serve you. To schedule your appointment, call 913-369-0022 or visit them at mwchiropractic.com.
Get back in the game with Physical Therapy Solutions in Tonganoxie. As a state-of-the-art outpatient physical therapy clinic, Physical Therapy Solutions will develop a plan of care to help you move, reduce pain, restore function, and prevent disability. Physical Therapy Solutions takes great pride in delivering current, quality-driven treatments. And now get occupational therapy in the office or at home on an outpatient basis. Call 913-417-7400 or visit ptsolutionsks.com.
Black and Gold leads to sold at Skeet Real Estate in Tonganoxie. Steve Skeet and the agents at Skeet Real Estate are dedicated to helping you either buy your dream home or sell your home quickly. Plus, Skeet is a one-stop shop with a full line of insurance products from Skeet Insurance. In Tonganoxie and the surrounding area, your choice for real estate and insurance is Skeet. To learn more, follow them on Facebook at Skeet Real Estate or call 913-845-2255.
Real quick, let's take a look around at some of the scores that are reported around the Class 4A East region of the bracket. We started up at the top, Chanute versus Schlegel. I know if anyone's been following along, it's been hard because I know you go to 8-10 varsity and it's reported 0-0, and you're like, well, that's impossible. You go on to Max Preps, 28-0 is the reported score there. Chanute taking care of business against the 16th seed, the Schlegel Stallions. Got the game here, Tonganoxie and Piper, 14-7. Bishop Miege on a roll, 35-7 against Ottawa. Eudora, a shutout going 54-0 against Labette County. And Lewisburg, a shutout going as well, 35-0 against Bonner Springs. 21-0, the defending 4A state champs are blanking the Bobcats, 21-0 on the road. So St. James is up 21-0 against Mason Linwood. 7-0 game for the 2 seed, Atchison Phoenix over Fort Scott. Again, this is just the score reported to 8-10 varsity, so a little low-scoring affair there for the 2 and 15 matchup. And St. Thomas Aquinas, a 3-touchdown lead, 21-0 over the Paola Panthers. I'm going to look up that Atchison score just on Max Preps here. And Max Preps has that as a 28-0 game as well. So 8-10 varsity running a little bit behind tonight. I'm sure they're taking in a lot of scores, a lot of updates. Constant action. Week 9 here, the first week of the Kansas High School football playoffs. Also on the Missouri side as well, first week of the playoffs for them. Over there, a lot of big playoff matchups happening around the state and around the region. Close game here right now, 14-7 in favor of Piper. So we talked about at the beginning, what does a win look like for the Chieftains? Now we can say, what does a comeback look like?
Well, I think it's more like we saw in the first quarter from the Chieftains. I mean, they were able to move the ball effectively and even get in scoring position. They were in the red zone 3 times. I mean, you got to be happy with that. You've got to be able to stop the long passes that Piper's putting up. I mean, there was under a minute to play, and they scored on a 56 or 58-yard touchdown throw. Took 6 seconds.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you got to stop that kind of thing. So, we'll see what happens here. I know I think this first possession of the second half is really going to be crucial. I think if you're the Chieftains, you got to find a way to get a stop, not let them score. Because if you go down 2 scores, it's going to get tough.
Yeah, I think if I'm Coach Bond, the established defense coordinator, I think you're telling your defense you got to stop them.
Yeah,
you got to stop because you don't want to entertain the possibility of being down 2 touchdowns.
Oh, no.
And trying to come back on the road. I think if you come out, if you can hold them, whether if it's a 3 and out, bend but don't break.
Yeah, just don't let them. Just don't let them score. I don't care if they make a goal line stand. Just don't let them score.
Yeah, just got to find a way. And then when the offense comes back out, again, a little bit more of the same in that first quarter. I think Chieftains had some opportunities where they could be tied right now, or even potentially with the lead, but
or within 4 easily.
Yeah, so it's give or take here or there, just a play here or there, and it could be a whole different ball game. But we got the second half coming up on the other side of the break here. I want to give one more shout out to our presenting sponsor all throughout this year, Kansas Insurance, and we'll be back with second half action here on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
Wizard of Paws, now at their newly renovated location in downtown Tonganoxie, offers personalized pet grooming, doggy daycare, dog obedience, and socialization classes. At Wizard of Paws, your pet will get a one-on-one grooming experience, ensuring they return to you quickly and looking fabulous. And their new facility offers amenities and space that is doggone amazing. Call Wizard of Paws at 913-416-0255 or visit their new location at 406 East 4th Street in Tonganoxie. Learn more at wizardofpawspet.com.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to S&S Body Shop in Tonganoxie. S&S has been the area's premier auto collision repair center since 1972, working on all makes and models, glass replacement, bumper repair, fiberglass and plastic, color matching, and more. Plus, they work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at snsautoandbody.com or call 913-369-3193.
Shop local and save at Brothers Market in Tonganoxie, where we treat you like family. Brothers Market has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy fresh cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Brothers Market, open daily. Learn more at shopbrothersmarket.com.
Unbelievable amount of devastation. I've never seen anything like it.
We had a beautiful barn that was gone in 20 minutes.
Farm Bureau stepped up right away and said, hey, we got you and we'll be there for you.
We were taken care of. Now we could get on to repairing and rebuilding.
I tell everybody about Farm Bureau.
We're fortunate to say we have good coverage with good people doing it.
Contact Farm Bureau agents Tex Vandervoort and Jerry Sanders in Tonganoxie today.
We are ready to get this second half rolling here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. And you talk about for a lot of teams, kind of when you go into the halftime locker room trailing, trying to find motivation to come out for in the second half. Well, how about this? You win or you go home.
Yeah.
Your season's done. You got 2 quarters left.
You're a senior. You don't want this to be your last game.
Again, with Chanute up 28-0 right now, handling Schlegel. The 1-16 matchup. All roads are pointing to the winner of this game taking the trip down to Chanute.
Okay, this all-important first possession of the second half is just about ready to get started.
This is gonna tell a lot here how this first drive goes here for both the Pirates and the Chieftains.
Exactly. And here we go.
I'm hoping McWilliams just boots it.
Didn't.
Calling for the fair catch. It's going to pin him right about 25, 26-yard line. So,
yeah. Kickoff over the fair caught by number 13, Tanner McDaniel. Pirates will start 1st and 10. Ball at the 28-yard line.
28. Yeah, they'll spot them at the 28-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Pirates.
Chieftains, let's get a stop here.
Eskridge, the man in motion. Laddish, handoff up the middle.
That's good.
Goes nowhere, maybe a yard or two.
Not much.
Handoff goes to number 1, Zane Pudens. Bounces the ball up for a gain of 2.
The handoff to Zane Pudens. He gets the first handoff of the second half.
Laddish had some good success on those quarterback keepers in the first quarter, or in the first half. So watch out for him. Counter play.
And back around, and that's Vigil breaking tackles. Picks up the first down right at the 41-yard line.
Hanging on and taking him down, number 16, Colton Brusman.
Colton Brusman, the Chieftain in on the stop.
42-yard line.
There's a lot of movement in that backfield for Piper. The handoff goes to Vigil, going around the left side, running through some arm tackles and picks up the first down.
That's a nice little counter play. Going back against the grain.
Bowling play for the lineman. Trying to get around the edge, not getting much.
There.
It was Pudens again on the handoff.
Pudens following his blockers.
Plays like that, if you're the linebacker, want to read the pulling guards and the tackles, they'll take you right to where the ball's going. That time, BB getting up, going around. Booth just couldn't quite get around the edge. Still about 2nd and 8.
Yeah, Chieftains did a good job of rallying to the ball that time. I think you're right, partner. I think they were reading BB when he pulled. He knew that that's the direction the ball was going.
Right guard pulling this time.
Yep.
And going right that way. Big gap, almost untouched. First down and more inside the 20 and taken down right around the 10-yard line.
Apologize for that, folks, but there's people standing up in front of us. There's not anything I can do about it.
And a big run there for the Pirates, and
not what the Chieftains wanted to see.
They're going to mark them down just a yard short of the 10. 1st and 10 at the Tonganoxie 11-yard line.
Yeah.
Approaching 9.5 minutes left in the third. Laddish handoff up the middle, minimal gain. Hand off to Aaron Henson.
Laddish hands off to number 42. That's Aaron Henson. Gets it up to the 8-yard line, or it'll be 2nd down.
So like we had talked about, it doesn't matter if it's a 3 and out or maybe a goal line stand.
Yeah.
Chieftain Davies just need to try to find a way to get a stop.
I mean, there's still a chance they need to get a stop here. Any way you can. And you got to figure it's 4-down territory for the Pirates, so you're going to have to defend 4 downs.
And you only need to get to the 1-yard line for a fresh set of downs.
Yeah.
Handoff on the jet sweep, cuts it in and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pirates. So just exactly what you did not want to do if you're Tonganoxie. From 8 yards out, touchdown run off the jet sweep for Freddie Eskridge. That was set up big by the huge run that got him down near the 10-yard line. Extra point is up and good. 21 unanswered for the Pirates. They're starting to take control here. 8:43 left to go in the third quarter. Chieftain offense will get the ball for the first time in the second half on the other side of the break on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Unbelievable amount of devastation. I've never seen anything like it.
We had a beautiful barn that was gone in 20 minutes.
Farm Bureau stepped up right away and said, hey, we got you and we'll be there for you.
We were taken care of. Now we could get on to repairing and rebuilding.
I tell everybody about Farm Bureau.
We're fortunate to say we have good coverage with good people doing it.
Contact Farm Bureau agents Tex Vandervoort and Jerry Sanders in Tonganoxie today.
Chieftain offense going to be looking to answer here, and the Chieftains find themselves in a very, very difficult hole to climb out of, trailing by 14.
They need to do
in
something.
the second half of the playoff.
They need to do something on this drive right here. Crucial.
Yeah, try to answer.
Got to.
Hand set to receive. Caleb Jordan with this kick. And it's going to be
Fair catch called for by Martin.
Around the 22-yard line.
Between the 20 and 25-yard line, that is where the Chieftain offense will start. Langford on about passing, and Brisbane slipped through a couple of Piper defenders that were pinching through and then held back. Cameron Rogers, big number 78, in on the stop. And again, the run game for the Chieftains just not going anywhere.
Nope.
Can't get a push on from the interior offensive lineman. Langford couldn't quite step into it. Overthrows. He was looking for Brendan Briley. Incomplete. Zane Pudens was trying to make a dive to come up with the interception. Could not come up with it. Clock is right at 8 minutes. And a 3rd and 11 play coming up for Tonganoxie. Chieftains need to try to find a way to convert here. 3rd and long. Right around the 20. Langford rolling out to his left, keeping his eyes downfield. Throws it and almost picked off on back-to-back plays. That would have been another one for Colin Vigil. Giving up the opening, on the opening drive of the quarter, giving up the touchdown, and now you have to imagine a 3 and out here unless Tongi's going to go for it.
No, they're not going to go. They're going to have to kick this, I would think. Just what the Chieftains didn't need, a 3 and out. Oh, a fake.
Trying to get around the edge.
He's got it.
He did get it. Big play from Talon Langford, his second week in a row.
I like that aggressiveness.
He has kept it and ran with it. Well, like you said, partner, it's go big. It's
go big or go home, man.
Exactly. Try to pull out all the stops here. And
yeah, you got to. They know they're in a hole here. They've got to do something on this possession.
And everyone for Tongi really liking the call because it worked out.
Yeah.
That time.
That's one of those that when it works, it's great. And when it doesn't, it's like, what?
We keep it alive. 1st and 10. Past the 35. Now Langford's going to take a shot downfield. Has a man. Comes back to it. And a flag is going to come out. Pass interference. So free 15 yards. Throwing down the field for Todd Brown. It was slightly underthrown. Brown got ahead around first. Was coming back for it. And the defender in coverage, I believe it was number 24, Miguel Martin, just wrapped him up and had that left arm wrapped up.
Yeah.
So free 15 yards, and the Chieftains all of a sudden now in Piper territory.
Keep it going. I'd say this is 4-down territory the rest of the way. You're in plus territory, you got to figure you got to go. Whoa.
High snap, but collects it. Brisbane.
It just isn't anything there.
Ball carry is going to be stopped at the 50-yard line by number 42, Aaron Henson.
Another loss.
Loss of 1 on the play makes it 2nd and 11.
Well, maybe if you want to try in maybe an outside zone or a jet
know.
sweep, handoff going, I'm not sure, but trying to run it between the guards is it's not working. In between the tackles.
In between the tackles is not working. I mean, you got 2 big guys in there.
He's got Todd Brown had a step, but he throws it short and incomplete. Brown was streaking his way up the field, coming across back to the Piper sideline, was waving his hand, was trying to call for the ball. Langford wasn't quite comfortable trying to zip it in there to him. And now again, 3rd down and 11, right near the 50-yard line.
Well, I'd say they have two downs to pick up 11 here.
Passing down, Langford heaving it. Holthouse could not come down with it. Incomplete. No flags on the play. 4th and 11 upcoming.
On the knockdown and stop the clock at 6:44, makes it 4th down and 11.
Back in punt formation again after running the fake the first 4th and 11 on this drive. And this time he boots it away. Takes another good roll inside the 15, making its way close to the 10, spotted at the 11.
At the 12-yard line.
So after converting on the fake punt on 4th and 11 inside the 20-yard line, Chieftains get up near midfield and stall out there. Piper gets the ball back, 6 minutes, 32 seconds, a 21-7 lead they have over Tonganoxie. And a touchdown here on this drive just might put it away.
Yeah.
Under center, handoff. Going between the right guard and tackle. Initial contact, a couple yards past the line of scrimmage, and not much else. And we have a Pirate down on the field for the moment. Number 83, Zach Netter. Training staff is coming out. They're going to attend to him. It's going to be about 2nd and 8 coming up. 6:19 left to go in the 3rd quarter.
Shop local and save at Brothers Market in Tonganoxie, where we treat you like family. Brothers Market has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy fresh cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Brothers Market, open daily. Learn more at shopbrothersmarket.com.
The Tonganoxie Recreation Commission understands that the benefits of recreation are endless. Participating in community recreation is not only fun, but also healthy and educational. The Tonganoxie Rec Commission encourages all ages and abilities to participate in recreational activities. That's why they're continually working to develop programs for all the residents of Tonganoxie. To see the latest sports and program offerings and to get signed up, visit them at tongirec.org or call 913-845-3502.
Zach Netter being helped off into the trainer's table with the apparent left leg injury. Hope all is okay with him. Play continues on, 2nd and now 7. Giving him an extra yard from about the 12-yard line. Roll out. Lattice chased down from behind.
Not much there.
And luckily for Eskridge, number 4, he almost looked like he could have gotten rolled up on the end of that play. Yeah, he is okay. Jack Messersmith in on the tackle. About 3rd and medium upcoming here for the Pirates. I think they gave him 1 yard. Looking to pass. Again, that route has been money all night long. Makes a man miss, shoved out right around the 35-yard line by Colton Brusvin. It's receiver Jay Clements.
Yeah, that little 5-yard out in the flat has just been open all night long.
got out the 35-yard line. That is a first down.
The defensive backs are really giving those guys some cushion.
5 minutes, 33 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Handoff up the middle.
And about 5, looks like.
That was
6, maybe.
It's Henson again on the carry, number 42.
Makes it now 2nd and 5. Piper. Ticking down to the 5-minute mark.
Gut play, pulling guard and tackle, picks up the 5 yards that they needed and not much more. Yanked down by Wyatt Harris. First down for the Pirates.
But he gets it across the 45 to the 46-yard line, and that is a first down, Pirates.
If you're a Piper, no need to try to hurry up here. You got a 2-touchdown lead, trying to drain this clock down as much as you can.
Yeah, the clock's your friend at this point if you're Piper.
And trying to drive down the field. You got a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 right at the 46. And off again, up the middle, almost untouched. Good run. Reaching, and I think they're going to give him that extra yard, and they're going to say he got 10 yards. Stopped at about 9, but stuck the ball out. That was Terrell Anderson on the carry for the Pirates. And if you're a Chieftain fan or on that Chieftain sideline, you're starting to feel this game slowly start to slip away here. Chieftains in desperate need of a turnover. Well scouted out on the run up the middle. Might have even lost a yard.
Terrell Anderson, the ball carrier, several on the stop, including number 71, Connor Cole. Moving on the play.
Connor Cole in on the stop, making an initial contact. 2nd and 10 now. Say he got back to the line of scrimmage. Laddish looking to pass again, taking another shot, overshot, had Vigil, incomplete. Tried to snag it one hand. Couldn't quite connect on that shot down the field. Past couple of times, that play's been money for the Pirates, but that one just a little over the head and out of the reach of Colin Vigil. Still was pretty open that if you get a great throw from Laddish, it's a completion. Instead, it is 3rd down and 10 from the 44.
Chieftains really need to hold here.
Shotgun snap. Laddish gets it out quick, right at the sticks. First, he's going to be right at the stick. Still bounce around, still fighting. My goodness. Just great fight there, picking up the first down. A slew of Chieftains still couldn't bring him down.
That fight pays off. Change move. First down, Piper.
They didn't get that stop they needed, so maybe on this set.
Goes out to Mason LaRue, fighting his tail end off out there.
Yep. He wanted that extra yard more than the Chieftains didn't want to give it up.
Well said. That counterplay again. Almost juked out. Brendan Briley wrapped up and brought down. Still about a gain of 7 or 8.
Carrier number 10.
Piper getting close to the red zones. Ball spotted right around the 27, 28-yard line.
After a gain of 7, 2nd and 3.
Chieftains desperately need something here. Piper looking to put it away with the touchdown. 2-minute warning here in the third. Counterplay again, this time right side, breaking tackles. He's going to go 27 yards to the house, and that could be the final nail in the coffin for the Chieftains.
We still got another quarter to play, but yeah.
We're staring down the barrel of a right now 20, could be 21. Extra point is pending.
Behind 3 scores is not good.
High snap, it's collected, extra point is up, and it is good. 28 unanswered now by the Piper Pirates. 1:49 mark in the third quarter. And the Pirates are eyeing a date down in Chanute with the Blue Comets next Friday, unless the Chieftains can pull out a miraculous comeback.
Has your furnace left you out in the cold? Pipes plugged? Are you underwater with your water heater? If so, you'll be glad you called Ladd. Ladd Service Company in Tonganoxie has been your heating, cooling, and plumbing specialist since 1986. Ladd is your dealer for top quality brands like York, April Air, and Wolverine Brass. Plus, they maintain and service all other brands. Schedule your appointment by calling 913-369-3509. Visit laddserviceco.com to see why you'll be glad you called Ladd.
(28-7) ball game. It's been 28 unanswered by the Pirates. Excuse our laughing. Just had to need to push the fluids to you, partner.
I know. Just about had to call Padfield. The cameraman got a bad cramp.
Another kick taken just shy of the 30. A return gets up right the 35 before being knocked back a couple yards. Do I need to take down to the Piper sideline?
I need that roller.
We gonna make it?
That they use on those guys. My hammy just
roller
cramped up, man.
They got like these massaging guns.
Yeah,
now?
I saw that. Yeah, man.
They're incredible.
I need one of those.
You need one of those, just like the Chieftains need a touchdown.
Or do they ever? They need about 4.
Well, you can only start with getting 4 by getting 1, and another one over the head and a late hit. Looking for Todd Brown again. Would have been a first down if he could have come down with it, but another one that was a little bit high from Langford and through the hands, incomplete. Second and 10. Trying to jumpstart this running game. This one, best run we have seen since about the first quarter.
Yep, no question.
Good for about 6. That now makes it third and manageable. Langford comes out, and it looks like we're going to go with the Wildcat.
Well, you know, the last time, now watch, partner, see if those linebackers are crowding the box. Look at them. Here they come.
Here they come. And it's a handoff. Tanner Hand on the other side. Shook off the first defender, tripped up, still shy of the first down marker, but it's going to be about 4.
Yeah, you got to go. I mean, you got nothing to lose here.
Call it 4th down and 2. Still in the Wildcat, loaded up heavy on that right side.
Here, look at the backers coming. False start.
Just an unforced error there, so now Langford will come back in.
Yeah, you're going to have to kick it now, looks like, unless he fakes it again. That usually works once.
Yeah, usually once. From there, they got the prevent.
Yeah.
I don't know, final seconds of the third quarter. Low snap. Still gets it out and away. Good looking punt here, dies out. inside the 30. Back-to-back punts for the Chieftains on their 2 offensive drives here so far in the second half. 16 seconds left on the clock. Maybe time for one play before we head to the fourth quarter.
No, they're going to have Beebe's going to throw it.
Oh, my goodness. Has a man underthrown.
He still
pass interference and still caught. Well, well, well. When it's going, I guess.
Yeah.
Flag is not going to matter. It's been DPI on the Chieftains, so decline it. Is there anything these BBs can't do?
I'm not sure.
My goodness.
Like I was telling you on the way over here, I played softball with their dad, Tom, and he was a heck of a softball player. So I think they come by their athletic ability.
And to think, if he just would have had a little more on it, you could say a BB is on a touchdown pass.
Yeah.
Just crazy to think about. Final play, what a final play of the third quarter. Not looking good for the Chieftains. They trail 28-7. Fours are up here at Piper High School.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
The same look and location of a classic drugstore with the services and supplies of a modern pharmacy. That's what you'll find at the Downtown Drug Store in Tonganoxie. Of course, Downtown Drug is the local choice for your prescriptions and health needs, but did you know they have the best selection of Tonganoxie Pride and Chieftain game day gear in town? And a whole lot more.
All right, so quickly out of the third quarter break, both teams ready to get back at it. Fourth quarter, 28-7 lead for the Pirates. A big ball is on the ground. That'd be big for the Chieftains. They can recover that.
They're saying they did.
And they do. And it's Nathan Smith that comes up. He has the ball in his hands. So
one of the few bright spots this half for the Chieftains.
Outside of the touchdown drive and then the offensive drive that followed the interception on the second turnover on downs for Piper, hasn't been a whole lot of glitz and glamour for the Tonganoxie offense. Need to find a way to score some points here, and Brusvin yanked down in the backfield, blitzing and coming through there and bringing him down. Aaron Henson.
Loss of about 4.
Number 46, Maddox Davis, also back there for the Pirates as well. And again, the running game just non-existent for the Chieftains tonight.
And you can see those backers are just, they're stacking the box.
Yeah, they're overwhelming Tonganoxie. It's just been too much for them to handle.
Yeah. Not enough bodies to block that many.
Going to the air. Langford, incomplete. Looking up the sideline for Brusvin. Covered by number 6, Taiwan Griffin.
Number 16, Brusvin will fall incomplete. Make it a 3rd and 15.
Now 3rd and 15. Losing 5 on the first play and an incomplete pass on the second. Brings up 3rd and long.
You're going to have to throw it here.
Langford back to pass, stepping up, pressure coming in, sidearms it, tipped around and incomplete. Looking over the middle for Brendan Briley. This Chieftain offense has just turned ice cold.
Yeah. You'll tip your cap to the Piper defense too. They've shut down the run all night long.
Sure. Another punt upcoming here. Inside the 15 it goes. 3 drives, 3 punts for Tonganoxie.
Not a good formula.
No, it is not. So the 2 turnovers that the Pirates have coughed up tonight, the Chieftains have been able to capitalize for 0 points.
Yeah. And that's what we were talking about. What a Tongi win looks like is getting turnovers and scoring off of those turnovers, making them hurt. Well, I haven't been able to do that.
Gotta try to find something to do here. 10 minutes, 45 seconds left to go in the final quarter of this game. Piper looking to be on their way to Chanute next Friday night. The first play this drive, a handoff, goes for about 2 or 3.
Eskridge, the ball carrier. 81 Holtis, 57.
Yeah, you gotta figure the Pirates are gonna burn as much clock as they can and keep it on the ground. Ball control.
Ball control, run down this clock.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't expect them to snap it until it's below 10 seconds.
It just broke the huddle. 15 seconds on the play clock.
Yeah, it'll be under 10.
Just to give folks an idea. Now at 5 seconds, and they get the snap off. Another handoff and another minimal gain. That could be a penalty there,
yeah,
and it will be.
That was a block in the back.
Well, it was Cameron Rogers, number 78. He had knocked Connor Cole down and kind of went back and dogpiled on his back.
Yeah.
Kind of spearing him back into the ground.
That was uncalled for.
Yep.
I mean,
you can't literally kick them while they're down.
No, you're up 3 scores, and that's just poor sportsmanship there. Yeah, personal foul.
Yep.
Personal foul, Pirates.
They can do all they want, but that's the right call.
Yeah, yes, it is. Okay.
Back him up 15, the personal foul. That's tacked to number 78, Cameron Rogers, the senior.
Yeah, hopefully the Chieftains can stop them here because they could get the ball back. If they keep them from picking up a first down here, maybe force Piper into their first punt of the night.
3rd and 19, they're going to throw it. It's going to be over the head of Vigil. And they had him double cover with Glover and Langford incomplete.
Number 4, Glover and Langford.
And it looks like the punting unit is coming on for Piper.
It's going to bring up a 4th and 19.
You think maybe Piper has a fake up their sleeve now?
Nah.
This is almost identical to where the fake punt for Langford and the Chieftains was, but
almost a bad snap.
That gets it away. Fair caught. A yard or 2 shy of the 50-yard line, so pretty good punt.
Yeah. Chieftains will start in plus territory, though, so that's good.
Start in Pirate territory at the 48-yard line. 1st and 10.
Yeah, I'd like to see the Chieftains get another score on the board here. Make it a little more respectable.
All right, now just got to try to find a way to. You got the first 7 of the game, and you've given up 28 unanswered ever since. You got to try to find a way to put something up here.
Yeah.
1st and 10 at the 48. They're going to try to run it. Rusman breaking some tackles, breaking another one, getting around the left side. Shoving and escorting him out of bounds. Good for about.
I think it's going to be a first down.
I thought he went out about a couple yards shy, and I think.
Yeah, you're right. Looks like a 2nd and 1. Guys running the chains over, ready to move it.
Yeah. Second and short, looking to pass.
He's going to run.
He's going to
He's
take
gonna
it off.
Get it easy.
Beebe was in pursuit, but he gets out of bounds. First down picked up by the legs of Talon Langford, and inside the 30, the Chieftains go in plus territory. 8 minutes, 51 seconds on the clock. Ball will be spotted at the 27. Chieftains need to try to find a way to score here and score quick. Take a shot here. Langford said it's going to roll.
There's a flag down.
Flag on the play.
Looks like holding on the Chieftains.
It appears to be as the Chieftain offense is starting already to make their way back.
Holding Tonganoxie.
So penalty here, holding, back him up 10 yards and halt the momentum for the moment.
Yep.
Making out 1st and 20 from the 37. Eight minutes, 28 seconds on the clock. Play action, rolling out to his right, jumps it off, looking for Messersmith. Short, threw it low and at his feet, incomplete. Second down.
Second 20.
8 minutes, 21 seconds on the clock after the incompletion. Two receivers set each side. Glover in motion, heading to the right side and goes upfield. Langford takes a snap, looking to throw, throws again. Pump faked, held it once, finds Holthouse at the 30-yard line.
Right at the 30-yard line. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 13.
Now 3rd and 13 coming up, and you got to imagine in Piper territory, this is going to be 4-down territory.
Oh, yeah, no question.
Seven minutes, 48 seconds and counting. Snap is back, 3rd and 13. Langford going to heave it out. Has Holthouse and picked off. Colin Vigil. It's going to be pass interference, though, I believe. Meanwhile, Vigil breaking tackles. Connor Cole has him wrapped up. And the return will die out at the 30, but a flag down the field. Right where Vigil came over and just undercut the route and picked it off. And it might be coming back. Or Colin Vigil, he's had about 4 or 5 chances to get that second INT of the night. Finally got a hold of it there, but it is called back.
1st and 10. Tonganoxie.
Let's see Tongi punch it in here.
Clock still at 7 minutes, 28 seconds. Hand off Brusman, chased down from behind by LaRue.
He's going to be pursued and tackled by number 2, Mason LaRue.
Loss on the play.
Losing about half a yard to a yard.
2nd and 11.
Rolling out. Left side, Langford complete. Inside the 10-yard line, Sakiah Glover, his first catch of the night.
Ball caught by number 2, Glover.
It'll be goal to go coming up here for Tongi. Got out of bounds.
Gain up to the 9.
That's third down.
6 minutes, 46 seconds on the clock.
Come on, defense! Let's hit somebody!
Six minutes, 46 seconds. Play clock under 10 seconds. Brown, the man in motion. Fake the handoff to him, give it up to middle. Colton Brusman had a hole, gets inside the 5. Last push, slung down. Going down pretty hard at the 2-yard line, maybe getting up to the 1. I think they're going to mark him in between.
After a gain up to the
about the 1.5-yard line.
It'll be first and goal to go.
Here's the best chance for the Chieftains to come up with a touchdown.
They're stacking the box.
Quarterback keep. Langford dives for the pylon. And
Touchdown.
it's in. A touchdown for the Chieftains.
Good effort by Talon there.
Interception wiped off with the PI, and the Chieftains finally cashing in. Hitting pay dirt. A 2-yard keeper going around the left side for Talon Langford. Diving out full extension for the front near side pylon.
Yeah, great effort.
Extra point pinning here from Jackson McWilliams. Made his first extra point. This one is up. Had a little bit left off of it, but it is good. 28-14 now the score. 6 minutes, 29 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. And we'll see what the Chieftains decide to do here on this next kickoff. Only down by 14.
Get back in the game with Physical Therapy Solutions in Tonganoxie. As a state-of-the-art outpatient physical therapy clinic, Physical Therapy Solutions will develop a plan of care to help you move, reduce pain, restore function, and prevent disability. Physical Therapy Solutions takes great pride in delivering current, quality-driven treatments. And now get occupational therapy in the office or at home on an outpatient basis. Call 913-417-7400 or visit ptsolutionsks.com.
6 minutes, 29 seconds left on the clock. Talon Langford gets the Chieftains' first score of the game since the first quarter, making it 28-14. And you got to imagine onside kick is pending here.
It looks like they got their hands team out there. I think Piper's already figured that's what
I think
Chieftains are going to do.
I think in this case you prepare for the onside kick. They do have 2 return men back at the 20. And here it comes. Takes a high bounce. Bouncing around.
I think the Chieftains got it.
Oh, and ripped away last second. They had a chance.
Yeah, they really did.
Jack Bakarich, number 17.
Oh, that was a really nice onside kick.
I think that was the perfect onside kick. It just had that high bounce.
Yeah.
Chieftains had a chance, and if they would have recovered that, I mean, you're talking 6:21. If you can go down and score again, you're making a 7-point game. But instead, Piper recovers. And that's one you wish you had back.
Yeah. Yeah, we were talking about that during the break. That looks like there's probably going to be an onside kick.
Six minutes, 21 seconds on the clock. First,
well, we could really use the turnover.
If the football gods are listening. Yeah. Quarterback keep, Laddish.
Not much there.
Couple yards.
Logan Laddish on the carry.
Clock continues to run. Both teams with all 3 of their timeouts.
Yeah.
They're approaching the halfway mark of the fourth quarter, and 6 minutes left of the ball game. 3, 2, 1, 6 minutes exactly now and counting.
Yeah, Piper's in no big hurry here. They're going to run as much of that clock as they can.
Counterplay, left side, gets down near the 50. Bring in about 3rd and medium.
Ball carrier number 25, Skylar Little, gain up to midfield and will make it a 3rd down and 7.
Pass play for Lattice, throws near the sideline and complete to Clemens.
It's been there all night.
3rd down play when the Pirates needed it. They get it into Chieftain territory.
Moves it into Chieftain territory at the 38-yard line. 1st down, Piper.
Got some other final scores rolling in here. St. Thomas Aquinas beats Paola 42-7. St. James 35-6 over Basin Linwood, and Lewisburg 48-0 over Bonner Springs. Another solid play there. Picks up about 10. We do have a flag right around the 45-yard line.
Number 10, Jamara Jarrett, we do have a flag near the 35-yard line. Holding Pirates.
Oh, another foul on the Pirates. We'll back them up. Clock right now, 4 minutes, 33 seconds.
Ball put at the 46-yard line on the penalty yards will bring up a 1st down. 17.
Still 1st down. Make it 17 to go. I believe we have a timeout here. And we do. I think the play clock was maybe starting to run down there for the Pirates. They take the
under
timeout.
5 seconds. Yeah.
4 minutes, 11 seconds left to go in the ball game. Your score, Piper 28, Tonganoxie 14.
For a winning team, contact White Birch Properties, the real estate MVPs.
Still 4 minutes, 11 seconds left in the game. It's 1st and 17 for the Pirates after the penalty, and then the play clock was starting to run down, forcing the Pirates to take their first timeout of the half.
Last thing they wanted to do was stop the clock. But they didn't want to take another penalty.
Getting it out quick to Pudence and letting him run. 1st down and more. Breaking tackles. Oh, my goodness. Inside the 20. Still going. Inside the 15. And he just wanted it more on that play.
Yeah. Chieftains aren't able to match the intensity now.
You can start to tell by the body language and on the field and on the sidelines, they're starting to get a sense of the finality starting to creep in. Meanwhile, the celebration is about on here on the Piper side of the field. 28-14 lead, under 4 minutes left to play, and now you got 1st and 10 at the 14. Inside the red zone, just pick up a touchdown here just for S's and G's. Takes a snap, hand up the middle. Still going, and down close. They'll mark him down at the 2. Aaron Henson on the carry.
1st and goal to go at the 3.
And goal at the marking more around the 3-yard line. Still 1st and goal inside the 5. Henson again, working up the gut, still fighting. Didn't get much.
Second, goal to go.
And no sense of urgency here for the Pirates. Can work this clock down to nearly 2 minutes. Play clock at 5 seconds, 3 seconds. I think they gave it to Henson again, or it was Laddish on the keeper. No, they gave it to Henson, and I think that time he got in. They say he did, and a touchdown.
Rub a little salt into the wound.
Well, you know how the saying goes, if you don't like it, stop it.
Stop it.
Some Chieftain fans starting to make their way to the exits.
I guess they've seen enough.
Their point is up and good. It would appear that way. Things not looking good right now. Under 2 minutes left in the game, and Piper in firm control here, looking to close it out here against Tonganoxie. They lead 35-14. Under 2 minutes left to play in the ballgame.
Wizard of Paws, now at their newly renovated location in downtown Tonganoxie, offers personalized pet grooming, doggy daycare, dog obedience, and socialization classes. At Wizard of Paws, your pet will get a one-on-one grooming experience, ensuring they return to you quickly and looking fabulous. And their new facility offers amenities and space that is doggone amazing. Call Wizard of Paws at 913-416-0255 or visit their new location at 406 East 4th Street in Tonganoxie. Learn more at wizardofpawspet.com.
Now more Piper fans starting to make their way out, trying to beat the traffic out of here. Their team leads comfortably, 35-14. Well, partner, it's like we said at the beginning, there's one of two ways this game is going to go. Either you're going to win or you're going to lose it.
Yep. Thank you, Captain Obvious.
Squib kick taken in. Return. This is Tanner Hand running with it, getting around the edge on that right side, breaking through some tackles. Tackle down right around the 35. And this what could be the final offensive drive of the season for the Chieftains. It's going to go down this season, one of the first times in a long while, recent memory, that the Chieftains had not won a single road game in the entire season. They went 0 for 4 in the regular season, giving up an average of about, they gave up at least 40 points in each of those road games. They've given up 35 tonight.
And they were undefeated at home.
And undefeated at home.
So they like the home cooking.
Langford, Mahomes-esque, tight pass there, caught by Brendan Briley.
By number 25, Brendan Briley.
So still trying to just put together a good drive here. Langford again, another one sidearm in. Now the hands incomplete. Tight coverage from Tanner McDaniel. Playing for Brendan Briley again.
25, Briley will fall incomplete. 119 is 31.
Clock stopped at 1 minute, 19 seconds. And Piper looks like they've called off the Dogs, taking out the vast majority of their defensive starters.
Yeah, you don't want to get anybody hurt now. They're going to be playing again next week down at Chanute.
Yeah, they're going to need everybody against the number one Blue Comet team, Tanner Hand.
Oh, there you go. There's a flag.
That's going to be a flag now. Now, don't get me wrong. I mean,
They call that every time.
They do. They call it every time. I think even if you ask Tanner Hand, he'd say, whatever. It wasn't the most violent. No. It wasn't like Wyatt Harris and Lewisburg back.
Right.
But still, anytime they see the defender, if you lift the ball carrier, you
slam him down to the ground.
You do the old Brock Lesnar suplex city.
Yeah.
Taking him. I mean, they'll call it every time. Just the day and the age of modern football.
Yep.
A free 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. 1 minute and 7 seconds remain in the season. Looking to cap it off on a high note here. Brisbane lined out wide on the bottom of your screen. Hand the man in the backfield with Langford. Talon looking to pass. Picks up a block. Zips it out to Brisbane. Going up and collecting it. Slung down by Shea Clemens. Under a minute left to go now. A little bit of tempo here now from Tonganoxie. False start on TJ Leeper. The left tackle just moved ever so slightly. A slight movement by the Piper player first, and
he's picking it up.
Well,
what do you care? I mean,
they're just supporting. They're supporting the home team.
Yes.
It's like at the Chiefs games, we always boo the official, even if the call on the Chiefs is the right one. You know how it is, and now we got more stoppage here, and no better time to have a conference. And
it's got to be the first down.
46 seconds.
Chains will move, first and 10.
Clock still at 46 seconds. Langford on the 41 is going to let it fly.
It'll be picked off again.
Looking for Colton Brisbane down the field, and that is how the season will end for Talon Langford and company on the offense. Officially the second interception of the night. And Piper just a couple kneel downs away. Closing out this victory.
Yeah, I'll be in victory formation now.
Just a couple snaps or two is all it's going to take. Piper will advance into week 2 as they will go on and take on Chanute, the Blue Comets. Long trip down for the Piper crowd. Our team put on a good show tonight.
They'll play regional next week.
Why didn't we do that?
You're the cameraman. You didn't know that was there?
No.
Well, no better time to figure it out than the final game of the year anyways.
For sure.
The final score, Piper 35, Tonganoxie 14. And that'll bring it in to the Chieftains season. They will finish 4-5, 4-4 in the regular season. Like we talked about, 4-0 at home, just 0-5 on the road. Not quite the road warrior-esque type mentality there. Again, this is a team that has had to adapt and change to everything that they have practiced all through the summer. When you lose your starting quarterback,
right,
and you lose Tyler Pankey, who was right away. I mean, we saw a half of him play in week 1 against Basler Linwood. You could tell that they were centering this offense around him and Colton Brisbane having a dual head, just a two-headed monster in the backfield.
Yeah, and that feeling of finality is finally setting in for these seniors. You know what that's like.
Absolutely. It's a difficult one. Fortunately for me, my finality was at home. It's better to do it at home. It's got to really suck doing it on the road.
Yeah, you would think.
These 5 seniors, Jack Messersmith, Wyatt Harris, Nathan Smith, Logan Schmidt, and Connor Cole. a small senior class, but nonetheless still.
Well, I tell you what, as we talked about many times, this is a very young Chieftain squad. They're going to have a lot of these players back next year, and I think they're going to be pretty salty. And, nothing like experience. This playoff experience is great.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing when you only have a small senior class. I mean, you're bringing a lot of your guys that contributed this year. So all these sophomores that were this year are going to be experienced juniors.
Yep.
Going to have a strong senior class next year.
Yep.
The biggest question that's going to be going into next year is who's going to be the quarterback?
Well, yeah, not only that, but who's going to stay healthy?
Well, thank you, Captain Obvious. Going back at you. But no, I think it's going to be interesting. I think Langford really showed signs, kind of like McGraw did last year in his sophomore year. He showed signs, had some growing pains, and this was supposed to be the year that Trevor was supposed to take that next step. Had the collarbone injury, ruled out the rest of the year, and I think you go into next summer and then this offseason training, I think Preston Troyer and the coaching staff, I think they got to have a quarterback battle. I mean, do you just give the job back to Trevor when he's healthy?
No, I think you have a competition. I think you have to do that. But, you don't just hand the job over to someone.
I agree.
They've got to earn it because they've got to earn the respect of the rest of the team.
I agree. So you look a little bit back. I should say back. Look a little bit into next season. We just talked about some of the key seniors. And just on this offensive side, you could have McGraw coming back healthy, or if Langford's starting quarterback, he's a junior. Bruisman will be a senior. Holthouse, senior. Tyler Pankey, if he comes back and can stay healthy, senior. And among many, many others, Braden Folsom, we've called his name a lot. He'll be a senior next year. TJ Leeper, a sophomore this year. He got some good seasoning. He'll be back. Tucker McGuire, we saw him step in late.
Yep.
Tanner Hand,
I think they're going to have a good squad.
They will. And again, it's all going to come down to can everybody stay healthy. That's going to be the big question. Brendan Briley, Todd Brown also will be back next year as well. So we'll see. I mean, the potential's there for Tonganoxie, but just looking back at this season by itself, as you can see, the team taking their time, and again, this is why it's better to kind of have the finality at home, because you're in your home, you can take in everything one last time, and unfortunately, the game being here on the road, this is how it ends, and really, I feel kind of selfish, but I'm gonna miss this.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to make it all about me, but I'm really gonna freaking miss this.
Oh, no question.
A whole lot, because now we talk about we basically get November off, and then when the winter sports season kicks back up in December, I believe December 2nd is the start date. But partner, when we're looking back, when it comes down to when we're preparing for next year's 2023 season, what's your thoughts and kind of what's your takeaways from this 2022 squad?
Well, like you said, they had to overcome a lot of adversity because after the first game, you lose your starting quarterback, and Tyler Pankey goes down. So they fought through adversity. They played hard. They played with intensity, and they've gotten a lot of, like you talked about earlier, a lot of seasoning for these underclassmen. And boy, you can't believe how much difference that makes when you have that varsity experience from the time you're a freshman or sophomore and all the way up until you get 4 years of that, and you feel like you belong and you're ready to make your mark.
Right. Yeah, it's a tough one for sure. So Piper, they move on. They will take on the number 1 seed Chanute Blue Comets.
Yeah, and that's a pretty solid squad.
That's a very solid squad. They better get familiar with the name Dagan Dean.
Yep.
Because they're going to be calling his name out. You know what I just realized, and that's going to be a matchup, Camden Beebe against Dagan Dean.
Yep.
Coming off the edge. That's a matchup.
Well, and I know Camden is a stud going to K-State, but he's also a D1 commit to Arkansas, I think, isn't it?
That's Jaden Ham for Eudora.
Oh, Jaden Ham. Okay, but this kid, he has world class speed. He anchored their 4x100 meter state championship team. So yeah, he's going to, Camden's going to have his hands full. He's got world class speed coming at him.
Yeah, speed rush. He's got somebody that can almost go pound for pound with as far as strength.
Yeah. He's a big boy too.
That'll be very, very interesting.
Yeah.
But
I hope they live stream that. Maybe we'll watch it.
They will. Chanute they have a student run.
Oh, do they?
Stream. Yep.
Okay, we'll have to watch that next week because I think that might be a pretty good matchup, at least for a while.
I wish we were going down and watching it.
I wish we were
covering
too.
our boys.
Yep. Well, all you can do is thank these student athletes.
Absolutely.
And these coaches and parents for, a fun season. It didn't end the way they wanted it to, obviously, but, going forward, I think the future is very bright for these young Chieftains.
Well, absolutely. And you go back now, and again, we're not going to see everybody back at home for over a month. And this started, we talk about the concept of Tonganoxie Sports Live and the popularity of live streaming. It went back to 2020 during the COVID year and the pandemic, and when there was crowd restrictions, so schools were getting big into live streaming, bringing in people. Mm-hmm. That's where we were brought in. I don't know if it was ever thought of this was going to be a permanent thing for us, but they keep bringing us back, so I think we're doing something right.
Well, we're doing something right. And, like we said, the big thing is, a lot of these student athletes here have loved ones and family that don't live in the area. Like we talked about earlier, we've been viewed from coast to coast.
Yeah.
We've had parents come up and say, "Oh yeah, my grandma and grandpa, watch from Washington, or they watch from Florida, or they watch from
Michigan,
Arizona, California." So yeah, it's a nice service for those folks that live that far away.
We've even had somebody out of the country. I can't exactly.
Yeah, that's true. It was overseas.
It was overseas somewhere. I remember that for sure. I mean, that's just part of it. It's fun following the team and doing these games every Friday night. But, I mean, it's also fun just knowing the audience that we're reaching and given the potential that just wasn't there before. It's if you couldn't make it to the game, well, you couldn't watch the game. Well, now that's changed. And we couldn't do it without the support of all of our sponsors, everybody at Tonganoxie High, Cody Witt, the principal, keeps bringing us back year after year. Athletic director Josie Eastis, first year working with him this year, has been nothing but great, But thanks to those two gentlemen, everybody else.
And thanks to B.J. Harris for allowing us to do this, partner.
Signing our checks,
Yeah, that's great. We love it.
We love it. Of course, this wouldn't be possible without all the white jerseys down there and all the supporting of their parents and family and friends, loved ones.
Yeah, all about that. They have a family dinner every Thursday night. I mean, we were a big part of that when you were there. So
yeah, this is something. This isn't just they pick it up in August and it ends in
this is
like
a year-round thing.
It is. I mean, so now for the seniors, obviously it's different, but for everyone else, they'll get some time. The coaches they'll give them 2-3 weeks, kind of relax. This next week they'll be getting their equipment checked back in, but the next thing you know, it's winter conditioning.
Yep.
You start the process over. You reset it 0-0.
Yep.
And you work your way to next year. And again,
playing high school football for Tonganoxie, I'm not sure about all the other ones, but it's a year-round commitment.
And do want to just give another shout out. Received a text from Big T, Al Troyer, sending in the message telling us great job and thanking us for all that we do.
Oh,
and
well, that's awesome.
It's always.
He's down in Texas, so another state. That's all. We don't want to sign off without telling the folks, hey, come out and see this new gym that's going to be debuting at least, and we know in January, and it's a possibility it could be in December sometime. But it's just you got to come see it, folks. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. So we preview a little bit of the winter season coming up. We'll hopefully obviously boys and girls basketball will be traveling home and away, and when the new gym opens up. Last time we were told it was expected right around January, the first week of the Tonga Invitational Basketball Tournament is when it was going to be open to the public. They said it could be open as early as December, I believe, 17th or 18th for a wrestling duel between Tonganoxie and
St. Pius X.
St. Pius X over from Missouri.
That's a must-see duel right there,
folks.
And
while we won't be able to stream that one, you can still come out, see the new gym, or there's a separate live stream that St. Pius is bringing with them.
Yeah, it's not that we don't want to, it's that we just can't do it.
Yeah,
I was chomping at the bit to do that, because I'm an old wrestler. So
it gets a little more complicated when you got to deal with other contracts.
Yeah.
And anyway, so you got that. Hopefully, maybe we got some home duels. Hopefully that we'll be able to get to, and it's gonna be a fun, exciting winter sports season. Obviously, everyone anticipating the new gym, that'll be the highlight. But before we put a cap in this fall season, we do want to wish the Lady Chieftains.
Oh, absolutely.
The best of luck.
Glad you brought that up.
They've been battling I guess we should back up. Last Saturday, went up to Independence. They beat Labette County and then beat number 2 Independence, punched their ticket to state. They've been up in Hutchinson all day today battling. I'll have to check in on the results and check in, but we do want to say congratulations.
Exactly,
to the Lady Chieftains.
They beat the number 2 seed to punch their ticket, and we felt it coming that last broadcast that we had, that they were poised to make a run in the playoffs, and by golly, they did it. And not only that, but they are only losing one senior this year from this squad, the lady volleyball team, and man, next year, look out.
Yeah. Next year, though.
Yep.
Next year. So we put a bow in this fall season. Again, thank you all so much, everyone tuning in, watching with us, football, volleyball, soccer, all of it. Couldn't do without the support of all you guys and, of course, the student athletes.
And we're going to give a standing ovation to these Chieftains.
Chieftains! Thanks for a good year.
And there you go. There you have it. As they stared at saying, what is the old man yelling at us? All the way up there for. So we thank you all for joining us this fall season. We will be back in December, and we will see you there. Everyone stay safe. We'll see you in a little over a month. Thank you all for your support.
You've been watching Tonganoxie High School Athletics on your new home for the Chieftains, Tonganoxie Sports Live. Tonganoxie Sports Live is presented by Kansas Insurance, locally owned and operated. Learn more at kansasins.com. Also by